Are you kidding me?
Cheers.
Man, Tim was really bummed about that good intro.
Yeah.
We made it. It's Friday. We made it here finally.
It's been a long week.
We're starting a little bit late. Yeah, Tim, you got a lot to catch us up on, I think.
Before we get started, thank you for the Moscow Mules again.
Oh, yeah. Round
Did you get
round 2 of the Moscow
Why did he
Mules.
get one and I didn't get one? Why am I just noticing this?
First of all,
the man was in the kitchen asking if we wanted one.
No, that's not
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
First,
I wasn't in the room.
No, first.
Yes, you were.
First, you said,
Oh my god.
if you make me a Moscow Mule, I'm going to pour this drink right down the drain. And
Yeah.
you said, never mind, I'm going to drink it.
I'm gonna pour the drink I was having down the drain.
Yeah.
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 I still would have.
But then you said, I'll drink it.
Man, I feel real left out. What are you guys drinking today?
Just get one when we have our next water break.
Fine.
Moscow Mules. Me and Ashton are drinking Moscow
Well, I'm
Mules.
having a rum and coke.
I put a lot more vodka in it. I didn't measure. I
It's
just
nonsense. You
I
just
just
did it.
I
Eyeballed
just
it.
went for it.
It was
How
a
it-
blind pour.
How was it, Ash?
It's good. There's definitely more. There's less ginger beer in it this week.
That's a good sign.
As the man said, he was pouring blind.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, we forgot to let Tim listen to the new intro. So he'll have to
Yeah.
wait till the end of the
We're
show.
gonna.
Does it sound a lot different?
It sounds noticeably improved.
Improved.
And we also
I think so.
have a completely new ending, which, well, he's heard both of them. We sent him in the group chat. So
Maybe I'll drop some in right here, post recording,
right,
just to give the people a little
yeah,
taste.
whet their appetite.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
the outro didn't sound
It was the same as the intro. The old-
anything crazy.
No, but we made it cool.
Oh,
At least we think we made it cool. Yeah.
I'll have to listen to it again then.
Yeah. Yeah. So we didn't do new drinks this week.
We will next week.
Yeah. And why aren't we doing new drinks this week? Because you made a purchase.
Well, I didn't make a purchase by choice. It just happened.
By choice.
It didn't. It just happened.
Well, you still made a purchase. But
well-
here's the thing. Can we talk about it?
No. It has been decided it is Jacob's Christmas gift.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So he doesn't know you purchased it?
No,
So he won't put 2 and 2 together if he listens to this, which
Not at
he's
all.
probably not gonna. Okay.
I only see the man for like 10 minutes a day.
What does that have to do with him listening to the podcast?
No, I'm talking about he wouldn't have even known.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
tell him. Okay.
no.
I feel like that's something you would have sent him like right away though. Just it's
I
a
was
it's a
thinking-
blank. It has blank.
I was thinking about it, but then the more I thought about it, I was like,
You're just a giving heart. That's the problem.
well, you know,
walked
he
in,
likes.
you walked in here and handed me $100.
It looked like he douded that statement. Did you see his
He did.
face?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know about that.
that.
he likes to do the hobby.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Not specifically that kind,
No,
but
he
like,
doesn't.
but like the
Yeah.
What
He-
is
He's hobby.
cruising.
He's hobby adjacent. We'll say that.
He likes to
Okay.
cruise.
hobby adjacent?
But I think he does like the thing it's associated with.
Right. I think so,
So,
too.
I think he would like that.
How much did you spend on this?
After taxes and shipping, it was exactly $100.
Did they do
Oh
that on
wow, I
purpose?
would have thought it was 200 north.
It's reselling for about $250.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for that brand, typically.
Yeah,
There's-
it's a collector's piece, and it sold out.
yeah. it
What
is.
I hope is that Jacob actually listens to this episode and he's getting teased for the first 3 minutes of this show. We're talking all about it, but you can't figure out what it is.
I don't think he would ever listen to this show.
I don't think so either, but still.
Unfortunately.
Although he did text us like 2 weeks ago. He's like, hey, man, it sounds like you need Jake on the podcast.
Yeah.
So I think he's interested.
We'll get him on.
Yeah, eventually. We had one of our other friends, Trey, text us today and was like, hey, man, love the show. And Ashley was like, yeah, man, you need to come on sometime. So we
He
already
said
got
he
a-
loves the show?
Yeah, out of nowhere, the
Wow.
man sent us a text and said,
Yeah.
"Boys, I'm loving the show."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad some people are
Glad
listening
one
to
person does.
Yeah. Got
Hey.
feedback from one person.
Listen, So we leveled up this week. Jesse is doing the Lord's work. Got us on Apple Podcasts.
And it looks good.
And it looks
you.
very good.
Thank you.
Rate, like, and subscribe, folks.
Doing that.
And then we comfortably passed 200 views on YouTube this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Overall? Total
Yes.
views?
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know what it is with DK's episode.
Holy
but
crap.
it's like flying.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's the thumbnail. People are intrigued by what the heck he's doing on our
And we did
table.
get an extra subscriber, too.
Yeah.
Right, 11.
Interesting.
Ooh.
It's someone we know, obviously. I just don't know who.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Our Belgium fans
Well,
are
that's what I was about to
pretty
say.
hardcore.
What's up in Belgium?
I'll tell you what's up in Belgium. People that know talent. That's what's up in Belgium.
That's good.
Belgium's got good chocolate, and they've got intelligent people.
Yeah, that is right. That is right. So, dude, you walked in here today, Ashton, and you were teasing that you had a treat for us. What is this thing that you just threw down on the table?
I think it's a 9-inch chocolate chunk cookie, and it has a very nice pumpkin on it. Thursday was the first day of fall. It was a comfortable 93 degrees in Metro Atlanta, but today it was quite nice. I think we got up to like 77 or 78, and I've got a pumpkin color shirt on. I'm feeling the fall vibes.
It was actually pretty breezy this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when you guys left the house, but when I left the house, it was like 52, 53.
Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it was cold. Not that cold, but it was cold.
But we've got a cookie here, and then I also bought, I don't know what that's made out of, glass maybe?
Ceramic.
Ceramic. It's a ceramic pumpkin.
Let me investigate.
'Tis the season.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Hobby Lobby?
just
That's what it looks like.
Ingles, my man. I love Ingles.
Did you
Yeah.
just pick that up when you got the cookie cake?
Mm-hmm.
Matches, man.
They also had cream cheese brownies that I bought. So
And where are those?
no, they're at home.
Ah,
No, I didn't bring those.
selfish.
Yeah.
Selfish bastard.
So I don't know who's going to dive into that cookie first, but whenever we decide to,
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to crack it open.
I'm ready to go.
I'm
All right.
ready.
Well, one thing that I did want to point out is that we are less than, I would say, in exactly 7 days from now will be tucked away in the mountains.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will.
Can we talk about how exciting it is?
Yeah,
Can you hand me a napkin?
I guess so. We are 7 days away from.
The one napkin?
It's so close. Yeah, we're 7 days away from the cabin trip, which we have been talking about since February 6th, I believe. That's the last time we were there.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And yeah, we're going to be there. We will record an episode Saturday night. Is that what we decided?
I think that's the better night.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
We're going to need a knife for this.
We can have a feel for it, though. Maybe we want to do it on a Friday.
It sounds like you want to do it on a Friday.
Not necessarily want to. I feel like we need to.
Why?
Well, Friday night we'll be in the cabin, and I feel like Saturday we're going to want to be out.
Well, yeah, we'll record it that night. Here's the thing. If we do it Friday night, our cabin episode will have nothing to do with the cabin because nothing would have happened yet.
Oh, so you want to have a whole episode just about the cabin?
Not like about the cabin, but think about all the stuff we're going to purchase on Saturday.
I mean, you might be purchasing some stuff on Saturday, but
Ashton will too.
Ashton might be purchasing some stuff, but I don't have anything planned on purchasing.
Well,
Besides some good meats and some coffee. That's it.
and cigars.
And cigars.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, still.
But I'm going to let you two have have next weekend because I know Ashton's going to drop a cool G bag in the bookstore.
Oh, yeah.
It's a G bag. You mean $200?
Look, the man had me at meats and coffee.
Yeah. So, we can do it on Friday. I don't care. But
Are you going to grill again, Tim?
yes.
Yes, I am. And I will try to do exactly as I did last time and set the grill on fire.
Exactly as you did?
Exactly as last time.
I guess we'll talk about it.
And then The only differences between last time and this time is we know exactly what we want to do and where we want to go, which is good. So,
hey, listen, hear me out. I don't know how we're going to feel about it. We can talk about it when we get up there. Don't worry about it. I was going to say we can still record Friday night, but when we get there, because we're getting there around like 3, 4 o'clock, we can always go to Blue Ridge Friday, but then we won't have anything to do on Saturday. So scratch all of that.
I feel like once we get there Friday night, we're just going to want to stay there.
I think so too. Yeah.
Which is fine. And I hope it's just like last time. I know it won't be as cold, but I hope we start feeling and smelling that nice, fresh mountain air.
I say we stop in the same places we stopped it on the way.
Absolutely. Fellas, it's supposed to be in the 40s those 2 nights.
Yeah, it is.
Let me tell you, the nice ladies at Ingles know how to make a cookie cake.
Yeah.
And I hope that the 2 of you are going to get involved.
I'm about to.
This is a good time.
I'm getting in. So, what's been going on this week? I know a lot has been happening on your end, Ash.
Has it?
You, you just finished up a chapter in your life today, and about to start a new on Monday, and that's not at all overdramatic.
So to say that I'm leaving one job and starting another.
Bingo. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, you wrapped up this week. Didn't have much of a work day today, I'm assuming.
You could say that. One could say that.
Yeah. So
it's a feeling very similar to when you're getting ready to graduate school, where you just reach a point where you're like, I really just don't care anymore.
Yeah. So that's funny.
What are they going to do, fire me?
That's what he texted me today. He was out on the road at like 11:45 when I called him.
He called me and I had the windows down.
He's like jamming the music.
I had gone to the Chinese restaurant, got some lunch, stopped by Ingles and gotten the sweet treats for the night.
Yeah.
I was feeling good. Then Jesse rings. Man, I got it on the first ring.
He was so ready to answer. He never answers that quick. So, dude, so you start on Monday. You excited about it at all?
Sure.
You intrigued? You see what's going to happen?
Sure.
All right. Let's move on then. Just wrap up the show at this point.
Look, man, I'm going to count it. I'm just going from counting one person's money to counting another person's money. That's basically what the job is.
You guys need to switch chairs right now. I feel like Ashton needs to be in the boss chair.
He does.
Jeez.
I told Jesse before the show, for those listening, Tim's sitting in a very executive-looking chair. Yeah. I told Jesse that's a chair that you sit in when you're firing people.
Does it feel good? It's a Serta.
Yeah.
It's a Serta.
Is this Dan's?
No, it's not. I don't know if I could say where I got it from. It's not Dan's, no. Don't worry about it.
Is it his top secret place?
I mean, potentially.
Why can't you say where you got it?
Because, don't worry about it. I'll tell you later.
Is it a store?
It could potentially affect someone's job.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah. All that matters is you're not in that broken chair anymore. We'll say that.
I mean, I liked getting my arm scraped by the left nub. That was always a good time.
Yeah. Well, no more, Tim. We treat you right here.
All right, fellas, listen. Last week, I really enjoyed the gaming conversation. What are you two laughing at?
You're trying to talk and chew. You're like,
I know. I know.
You're trying to take a chew and then talk and then chew and then talk. Chew. You're like moving back and forth. It's just great.
Go ahead.
As I was saying, I really enjoyed the gaming conversation last week.
All over the place.
You don't have to tell me twice. I enjoyed that hour so much.
Jesus. And it was even more enjoyable to go back and listen to.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was laughing real hard.
Not trying to toot our own horns, but it was pretty good.
No. Yeah, it was. It was.
So listen.
This is so good.
It's good, isn't it?
Wow.
Those ladies know what they're doing.
Send them a card.
I can't wait for Tim to get involved.
I can't wait for them to listen to this episode and hear the
shout out we're giving.
the praise.
Yeah.
It's cookie cake.
Did you tell them you were gonna eat this live on air?
I wish I would have thought to get the show name put on it, because they'll do
Next
that.
time. I feel like this won't be the only cookie cake you buy for us.
It won't. We got Thanksgiving coming up.
Maybe they'll ask, like, what's nowhere to be?
Yeah, well, nowhere to be. What's the story behind that?
There it is.
Well, ladies, do you have your smartphones on you?
Yeah.
Because
It sounds like you're about to witness to him. But about our podcast.
I have a gospel to share with you.
Oh. Do you have a moment to talk about your eternal future? Oh, it's Friday.
So, back to gaming.
Lay it on us.
I would consider myself a amateur Assassin's Creed fan. Are you okay over there?
I'm excited.
Okay. So, Ubisoft just absolutely crushed it this past week. And I'm curious if either of you know anything about what has transpired this week.
Nothing.
I don't keep up with Assassin's Creed.
Okay, excellent. All right, so let me give you a rundown. So we are somewhere around 2 years since Valhalla came out, coming up on 2 years. And Ubisoft was quiet last year on Assassin's Creed. And all of these companies now are having their equivalent of the Apple event or
Like a Gamescom
the thing that Google,
situation?
where
Right. Keynote.
they're not doing what was that big conference, the gaming conference that they would do in
E4.
E4, which I don't think is anyone doing that now.
The E3.
It's E3.
Screw you. So E3.
No, I don't think they are. I think what happened was they canceled it during COVID, and then everybody's like, "Fine, we'll just do it ourselves."
Right.
Oh wait, I don't think that's right. I think they're doing E3.
So you don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, not that important. Ubisoft has their own unveiling thing where everything is scripted and they can avoid the absolute cringe that comes out during those live announcements at places like E4. So,
I'm sorry.
anyway,
I thought I was gonna jog your memory, and you'd be like, "No, it's E3," but then I was just bullying you, and I apologize.
all right. That's a healthy slice you got over there.
It's my second slice.
Oh yeah. So,
Anyway, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. So, they revealed the forthcoming Assassin's Creed game for consoles, and it is called Assassin's Creed Mirage. So, why is Ashton particularly excited about this, you may ask? Let me tell you.
Can I guess why?
Go for it.
Is it where it's taking place?
No.
Never mind.
So, there is a major character in Valhalla named Basim. And Basim is an assassin from the Middle East who ends up somehow in England in whatever time period Valhalla takes place in, 8th century or something like that. So the next game is called Mirage, and it is going to be set in the Middle East, and the main character is going to be this Basim guy. So it's going to be a origin story for this character that was a major character in Valhalla. Here's what's interesting about it. The last 3 Assassin's Creed games, Origins, Valhalla, and the one that you played, that also starts with an O,
You got
Odyssey.
Yes.
So those last 3 games have been very open world and not so much of a linear story. There's all these side missions that you can go down, and then your decisions with the main story affect outcomes in the main story. So there's not a single linear start to finish. So what they're returning to with Mirage is what the old Assassin's Creed fans loved about the game, which is the story's going to be much more focused, and there's not going to be all of this large world with all these side missions for people to get distracted with. It's going to be more so. I know that one of the complaints we've heard about with Mark on the X1 Bros with Assassin's Creed is that they got rid of all the stealth elements in the newer games.
Mm-hmm.
So they're bringing those back. So like there's missions where you are being asked to stealthily kill someone. So it's going back to the old formula compared to what the last 3 games have been. All right, so that announcement alone, it's like, okay, we're getting new Assassin's Creed. It looks good, and it's a continuation of Valhalla in a way, even though it's what happens before Valhalla. So I was excited about that. Well, let me tell you, fellas, the event didn't stop there.
Yeah.
They pulled a Apple one more thing, except they had 4 more things.
Oh.
All right, so the next announcement, Assassin's Creed Jade. All right, so Assassin's Creed Jade takes place in China in the 1st century BC. And exactly, my eyes looked exactly like Jesse's eyes looked right now until they said for mobile.
There it is. There it is. There's the Diablo debacle, but repeated.
So I had several 4-letter words go through my mind when I heard that. The speculation I've read is that they're using this to get into the Asian market because mobile gaming is so big in South Korea and China. And it'll be some kind of deal where they milk with microtransactions and all that. But what they showed for the game, it looked really cool. I was upset, though, because that's a time period and an area that I would really like there to be this huge open world in. But anyways, that was announced, and then next up, Assassin's Creed Red.
Okay.
Like the color red. Okay. Now, let me just tell you, I was not ready for what came. They show slowly panning out this sun setting, this big bright red sun, and then I see Japanese temples.
Ooh.
And then I see a ninja jump up on top of one of the roofs of these temples. And I clenched and said, if this is a mobile game, a screen is about to get busted.
Uh-huh.
Fellas, I'm here to tell you, not only is it not a mobile game, it is going to be a game exactly like Valhalla, where it is huge, expansive, open world, and it's set in medieval Japan, so it's a great time period. Man, I am more excited about that than anything else that got
5,000
Wow.
hours on that game.
that got announced. 5,000.
I hope so.
So
Leave Overwatch in the dust.
yeah. Now we probably won't get that next year. It will probably be the following year, but that is at least coming. So Assassin's Creed Red, I am jazzed.
And you have a PS5, so that works out.
yeah,
That's
we
right.
did. Yeah,
The
we
world's
did.
second most powerful console.
Oh yeah. All right, so
Wow.
there's 2 of the 4 additional announcements. The third announcement, Assassin's Creed Hex, which is like Ghost Hex, Hex, except they added an extra E at the end. They had no gameplay of this. All it was, the video was a teaser trailer, and it was in this forest at night, and it zoomed out, and there was this pagan witchcraft-looking wooden symbol hanging in the trees. So I don't know what direction they're going to go with that. It looks like it's going to be something more spooky toned, maybe. So I don't know what Odyssey was like, but there were some pretty dark, like pagan scenes in Valhalla, where the old witchcraft in England. So they may be going for that kind of mood. Anyways, so there's those 3 games coming, and then they made a 4th announcement that they're calling Assassin's Creed Infinity. So they're building what they're calling a hub, and it looks like it's going to be a subscription-based online. I don't know if it's going to be through Xbox and PlayStation stores or if it's going to be a PC only thing. But it looks like they're going to have every Assassin's Creed game ever made in this hub, and you pay flat fee and you can play any of the games.
Dang.
All in this single spot. So Ubisoft is, I mean, they're doing.
Say it. Your exact note is Ubisoft is popping off. That's great.
I'm surprised they announced so much stuff.
It was insane.
Dude, that's hilarious.
That's good though.
Yeah.
So that's all I got, fellas. Does Jake play Assassin's Creed?
He has dabbled. I think the last Assassin's Creed that he played religiously was Black Flag.
Okay, well, if he likes that formula, it's coming back with Mirage.
So, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be either one. I don't know if I'm going to get back into them because, if anything, I want to go back and play Odyssey again. But I don't know. Do you prefer the more open world or more linear?
I've never played one of the old style games before, so I don't know.
I haven't either.
I like the open world games, though.
Mm-hmm.
I played Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, and that's where I stopped. I didn't enjoy them that much
Really?
back then.
Interesting.
I don't know if they were just too difficult when I was that young or what, but...
I remember when they came out, it was like groundbreaking. Everybody was obsessed with it. The whole diving from the roof, landing, and then like being invisible in the crowd, you know. A lot of people were into it. I didn't play it until
Well, it has
Odyssey.
been going for how long? How many games do they have now?
It's a lot.
10 plus, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
So
lot.
I get it's popular, and I'm sure the new ones are better than the old ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get the new one because it's probably going to be on PC. I would assume every other one is on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the kind of game you want to put all of your hours into, though? Because when we talked last week, you didn't have a lot of time.
That's the thing about Valhalla. It took me over 80 hours to beat that game.
Mm-hmm.
But I got distracted a lot with side missions. But I like that there's
Which is
those
the point.
options.
Yeah. Is that the kind of game you would want to... Is that like your game? Like if you were to pick a game for this year to play or whenever it comes out?
For this year?
Like is that the game you would pick?
Mm-mm. I'm focusing on the Switch.
The Swatch?
Yeah.
What's the game?
Before we talk about games, the man's got to buy a Switch.
Yeah. What's the
happening.
Switch? Is
It's
it
happening.
though? Is it?
Yeah. It's either going to be Arceus or...
Arceus?
It's tough because I want to go back and play the Diamond and Pearl ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I want to either focus my time on Breath of the Wild or Arceus.
Tim, talk dirty to me
Wow.
now.
I have so much to say. I'm going to throw it all out there and you pick what you want to talk about. Play Breath of the Wild 100%. Why not play Scarlet and Violet with both of us when it comes out? Which Switch do you want to buy?
We already talked about which Switch I want to buy.
Yeah, but if you can't get the Pokemon, are you going to go get an OLED that day and just start playing?
Should I?
Yes.
Yes.
I think you should.
All right.
If all of us, especially if all of us are playing.
All right. You heard it here first.
I mean, last week was first.
No, last week it was only limited edition, but I'll switch it to I'll get an OLED Switch if I can't get the Pokemon one.
I will timestamp that.
Please, because
Don't even worry about timestamping it. I remember what I said.
you know he's going to timestamp it. It's becoming a weekly thing. Tim's promises.
When I sent the screenshot of the timestamps to y'all, Tim said, "That's a lot of promises."
Just never remembered that many promises.
Okay, so let me back up here. Diamond and Pearl.
Put it this way. I'll be buying Arceus whether I have a Switch on that day or not.
Yeah, you are.
Now, don't say yeah you are, because then he doesn't have a console to play it on. Who cares if he just buys the game?
Yes, but if he has the game, he gets a little bit more incentive for him to buy the console.
I don't think so.
I even watched Arceus gameplay on YouTube last week for an hour.
How'd you feel about it?
I like it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So back to this. Diamond and Pearl. So if you're not going to get 2 Pokemon games.
Of course I would.
Would you? Arceus and Diamond and Pearl you'd get? One of them? One of Diamond and Pearl?
Yeah. Why not?
Because you just talked about last week how you had no hours to play games. Now you're getting 2 massive games.
Well, I wouldn't say Diamond and Pearl are massive.
Yeah, but it's a lot of hours to complete it. It probably took me maybe close to 80 to finish the first playthrough. Is that right? I'm at like 125 now. But I played a lot of endgame.
If you're really focused, you could probably beat it between 40 and 50 hours. Which is still, that's still a time commitment, but
Yeah.
Whenever I hear like 40 or 50 hours, it just doesn't seem a lot for a video game, though. Especially in this day.
I think so if you're getting 2 to 3 hours a week in.
I would say I would probably get an hour and a half a day. Maybe an hour a day.
Nothing would make me happier if you started playing games again. I know. Just a look. I wish we can get that on camera.
I mean, to be fair, though, I wouldn't say all of us are gamers. I would say you guys are casual.
Yeah, we're all casual gamers. That's the problem.
yeah.
So
What makes you a gamer?
by definition, I would just say, look at Jake. Any free time he has whatsoever, he's playing video games. He wakes up and he plays video games until he goes to work.
Yeah.
He
Think
comes
so?
home and he plays video games until he goes to bed. Him and Jasmine will wake up on a Saturday and play video games.
Yeah, but that's like hardcore gamer then at that point.
That's just people who play video games all day. They like video games. We don't love video games. We just play them when we're...
I think we love video games. I think it's safe to say.
I think we love to talk about video games.
I think we love video games.
I think we love to love.
I think
we love.
I think we love video games.
I think Tim is partially right. I think we have too many hobbies.
That too. But we've been playing video games since we were children.
Right.
I think it's safe to say we love video games.
Okay, let me ask this. How many hours did you spend this week playing video games?
Next.
Okay, so I spent 0 hours this week. Tim, how many hours did you spend? Tim spent 0 as well. Jesse.
0.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's a lie. Last night I played Modern Warfare 2. Open beta.
For how long?
2 matches.
And then you got bored.
he was in and out.
It was in and out. Yeah.
I mean, Jake. I'm just using him as an example because he's a gamer.
And he's not going to listen to this.
No, but he'll wake up one morning and say, "I'm in the mood to play TF2," and he'll play TF2 for like 4 hours, and then he'll be like, "I want to play Skyrim," and then he'll play Skyrim for like 3 or 4 hours.
I envy that. I really do.
He'll spend like a X amount of time. Like, okay, him and his friend just got back into what's that battle royale game?
Fortnite?
No,
Apex.
It's for Apex. They just got back into Apex, and he's buying the season pass. He's playing like 6 or 7 hours a day, and he like just last month he didn't even care about Apex, but he's back into it.
Good for him. Yeah, I envy that. I do.
I think of us as like we're gamers when we're into one game,
Yes.
and then that's the only game we want to play.
Yeah, that's true. I maybe hit one game hard a year.
Yeah, but we don't have like spurts where we're just like, I want to play 3 different games today, and I'm going to put like equal amount of time into all 4 or 3.
Yeah.
I could never do that. Even when I was even a big gamer, I think I only picked one game for like months that I would play.
Yeah, like he even plays like he'll just pick a day. He'll be like, I want to play like Wind Waker on the GameCube, and he'll play GameCube Wind Waker for like the whole day.
Do you remember all those games I bought on the PSP?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't touched one of them.
Remember when he bought a PSP?
Haven't touched it. Yeah, I haven't. I played it for about a week or two, and I was like, this console sucks. My eyes hurt.
It's definitely
The games
like
aren't fun.
It's definitely like a red flag when you're like, I'm only gonna play this game if you guys play it with me.
I wouldn't call me a red flag.
No, I'm saying it's a like we
Is
as
it is it though?
gamers.
Or do we enjoy games with people?
I think we just enjoy the people more or less than the game.
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think that has a lot to do with it playing the game. You
Would-
see how hyped me and Ashton get when we're playing Lucio Ball in this room right here.
But you wouldn't play separate and have the same amount of fun.
That is very true.
we have, and it's not. Yeah, it's not the same.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that we're not gamers.
We are community gamers.
We're lovers of games.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Tim's largely right.
I don't like to admit it, but sure.
The type of game that Arceus is one that I put on when I don't really feel like doing anything that requires a lot of brain power, and I can just chill out. And I also will play Super Mario Brothers, the original on.
It looks very relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like
Mario Brothers
No,
or the Switch in general?
Arceus.
Oh.
Like just seeing like a Pokemon game be kind of like open world.
Yep.
It's just weird, but it's cool at the same time. I'm curious about it. I want to play it.
It's a good game for sure. It just wasn't.
Wait, you have it too?
Yeah, I got
Unfortunately, he never got into it like I did.
maybe 20 hours. Yeah, it wasn't a lot at all.
So then why don't I just buy your copy off you?
Okay. Well, listen, if you start playing it, I'm going to want to start playing it.
You're going to want to...
then he can buy it again.
That's right. Yeah, you can take mine off my hands. I don't care. I think once Scarlet and Violet comes out, if I buy it, I'm not going to go back to Arceus. I don't go back to games. I don't know. I pissed Ashton off. What did I say?
Once again with the if I buy this.
If I buy it. I don't want to commit, man.
Ash, if you send a picture of him on day one of that game, he'll go out the same day and get it.
He's buying day one.
Yeah, he's buying day one. Wait, he has to buy day one because he's going to be out trying to get that Switch on day one. So it's the same day.
I don't have to buy it. I don't have to buy it. I'm getting the Switch, maybe. Which
Hey,
did I update you?
Hey, please
Did
give
I-
us an update on that.
What's the update?
Business as usual at GameStop.
So I went to the quality establishment that is GameStop here in McDonough, and the worker is behind the counter. I walk in. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. I say, "Hey, I pre-ordered the Pokemon Switch, and I know you guys weren't supposed to do the pre-orders, but the manager said that they took the pre-orders down, but I'm technically still guaranteed one, quote unquote." I literally threw quotes up. So I just wanted to see what the pre-order looked like, because they can pull it up and see how much money you put down or whatever. So I gave her my my info. She types it in. She clicks on the console and says, "Mind you, I put $5 down." She said, "It looks like you're paid in full." The console is paid in full is what it says on the account. And then she says, "It looks like you only put $5 down, but it says paid in full, so you should be good."
What in the world?
Now, the previous week, the system was showing that it was $999
Yeah.
and that he only needed to put $5 down to reserve it.
Yeah.
And then this week, it's saying he paid in full.
Now, do you think it's going to say paid in full on release day?
No, I don't think so. Because they can still see. No manager in their right mind is going to say, "You only put $5 down, but since it says paid in full, here's your console." I think what's going to happen, they're just going to cancel the pre-orders. I'm not going to get it. I really think that's what's going to happen. Because paid in full is it's so stupid. So I want to retract last week's statement. I am not guaranteed a Switch anymore. And I stand by it.
So, good news for me
Okay.
is
What's going on in your life, Tim?
November 4th is a Friday, and that's release day.
Oh, you're
I don't
off on
have
Fridays.
to work on Fridays.
You are the worst.
So, I will not go to work on November 4th, and I will try to get that console.
You know what? I'm not going to go to work either.
Listen to the man.
Where are we going?
We're going to go to Target and GameStop and try to get it.
And I'm going to give you money
To
so
get
that you
two?
can try to buy one for me.
Do you think they'll let us buy 2?
I hope so.
I doubt it.
Well, maybe if we go to multiple different locations.
Yeah.
I have to try.
We'll have to
We'll
try.
bring someone with us who doesn't
Ooh.
want one.
Jake.
He's going to want one. Are you crazy? Jake, the hyper gamer that you just described is not going to want to buy a Pokemon Switch.
No, because he just started recently working again.
He's going to buy one for Jasmine then. Jasmine's going to want one.
Jasmine doesn't want anything to do with the new game.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean she doesn't want an exclusive Swatch.
So we'll hit up Best Buy, GameStop, and Target all in the same area. And we'll try to get one from each.
All right. I'm okay with that.
Because I didn't look at the calendar until you guys said that it's probably going to come out on a Tuesday or a Thursday.
That's what I thought.
And no, it's a Friday. Ashton, are you good?
The man's spitting out his beverage.
I was drawing down the game plan. I'm over here trying to get him a Switch, and he's laughing. Are you guys going to keep your Switches? Your old
Let's get back
Switches?
to this.
Your old Switches?
I will. And I know Ashton will. Once he can breathe. He will. I don't know what he's laughing at.
That executive chair is getting to him. He was putting a game plan down. The man's taking notes. He's circling on the paper. It's like, we're going to go here, here, and here, and circle.
He was almost dying over there.
Somebody get this man at Best Buy corporate. He's ready to go. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Jesus.
but now that it's on Friday, and I know it's going to change the whole day.
Yeah, I will. I'll Apple Pay y'all.
Oh my goodness!
I
Once
mean, if
again-
I already have a pre-order, then when we go to Target, I'll just buy another one for you.
Yeah,
If that pre-order is on lockdown,
I think that he'll end up getting the Switch, and I dare say, I could see it happening where the system says you're paid in full, even though you put $5 down, because if their system is telling them this person owes no money, they can't tell
take
the
money.
register, no, he owes us $345 or whatever the difference is.
Jess, if you got a free Switch, you're
No, it's not
forever
free.
like Dan.
No, it's not free. It's $5.
Did you pay with a credit card or cash?
Credit card.
Uh-oh.
Because I was going to say,
$5 on a credit card.
you could say...
Carry cash? What is this, 2002?
You always have cash.
I spend it.
Back to what you were saying, Ash.
But I was just going to say it would be easier for you to play dumb with if you had paid with cash than with a card, because there's a whole paper trail with the credit card. You'd be like, no, I paid cash for that. What are you talking about? Not that would be the honest thing to do, but
It's GameStop. They're already going under. It doesn't
there's
matter.
Nothing holding them back. My extra $300 is not going to make a difference in their pockets.
Well, now I'm really excited.
Nothing's changed.
It has.
Oh, because you're taking a day
there's,
off.
We can
there's
hunt.
a game plan. The man circled
That's
it.
right.
We can hunt now.
Did you write that down, really?
I just wrote down B for Best Buy, GameStop, and then I circled it,
You're a funny guy.
which had
Tim.
Ashton dying.
The
over
man's
there.
ready to run a company.
Yeah, exactly. And the chair's going to his head already.
Honestly, though, if I got the Switch on November 4th, I wouldn't buy the new Pokemon game, though. I would just buy Arceus and be over with. And
I'm fine with that.
I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like if I'm starting this collection over, I just buy one game at a time until I'm done playing
Wait,
it.
collection?
Like the
I thought
The
you were
Switch- collection of the games.
Is it okay? You say collection like you were going to collect all these consoles. I thought you were talking
No,
about the consoles.
no.
You
But
can
since
try
I'm
that.
starting
I don't
over,
think you're going to stick
I'll
with
do
that.
one game at a time.
I don't think you're going to stick with that.
No?
I don't think so. No, because you can't. Because then you're never going to buy another game. You can't really 100% Arceus.
No, I mean I'll just play it till I'm done.
Till you
Like,
get bored
I'm
of it,
done.
you mean? Interesting.
I mean, there's a ton of more games that I would want to play for it.
Do you remember when you bought Xenoblade? Like you were going to play it? What did I say right when you bought
I
it?
put an hour
You're
into
never
it.
going to open this? An hour?
You know, Jasmine bought that off me for $55.
Dang. What a steal.
That's how much a used copy was. Because Nintendo and their used copy
Yeah.
games don't go down but $5.
Yeah. I like games. Games are fun. I wish I wanted to play them, though.
Doesn't Hogwarts come out this year? Or is that next year?
It got pushed back, I think.
Shocker.
Yes.
Dan-
Even though Even though they keep releasing gameplay, it still got pushed back.
Dan was day one on that. I'm ready for him to put in all the hours on Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to spend as much money as he can on that opening day for that
Yeah.
game.
Give me the biggest deluxe version you have of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
$200? Okay.
Sign me up. I'll play it next year. February 10th.
How far into are we into this podcast? Dan's not going to listen this far in.
He doesn't listen to 2 minutes in. We're like 50 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Poor Dan. Man, he's like, every week it comes up. Dan's your cousin, by the way. We should update the people. He's family.
Yeah, he's family.
Keeps coming up.
We'd
though.
love to give him a hard time.
Dan luck. That's all it is.
He's also a minor celebrity. Put the man in a thumbnail, it just gets all the views.
Yeah. All the views. Yeah. Yeah, he's our most popular video as of right now. Yeah. Have you guys been keeping up with Aaron Judge's lack of home run record so far?
I mean, he just hit number 60 like, 3-4 days ago?
Yeah.
So Lack was like a...
I mean, he's had 2 games since then, though, and everybody's walking him.
It's been, I don't know how much baseball y'all have watched. I've watched a good bit this week. Every time he goes up to the plate, whatever game you're watching, they pull you out of that game and it says chase of history or chase for whatever. And it shows every time he's at bat, they just pan to that game.
Yeah.
And you can tell in the crowd, everyone's got their phones out and they're just,
Yeah.
waiting.
It's
but,
cool to be a part of something like happening now that could be history.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he would be able to get it. If they would stop walking him and just let it happen. It's going to happen. You think it's because it's the Red Sox?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
The Red Sox don't want a record to be broken off them from a Yankee.
Were you watching the game?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at Yankee Stadium,
Mm-hmm.
right? Was everybody booing the Red Sox when that one happened?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't you?
They were
I would. I was
raising-
curious.
Yeah.
I was curious.
They were
I didn't
raising
watch.
Cain.
Were they?
Every time they walked him, it was just boos for
Yeah.
45 seconds.
I'm glad they got rocked.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they won. It's close enough.
5-4.
It's close enough.
Hey, look, they knew the people weren't happy with him.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So they're playing twice.
No, they played three more
two
times.
more.
3 more
Four
times.
games total.
Yeah, 4
Is it
games
all in
a row.
Yankee Stadium?
It should be.
I think so. I think because the last series was at Boston.
Yeah.
I hate that so much.
But the Yankees will also play some length of postseason, so Judge will have those games as well.
Does that count, though? Is it a regular season record?
No. It doesn't count. Like postseason doesn't count. He has 13 more regular season games.
So it's a regular season
Oh,
record.
I didn't know that. Okay. So he's got to do it in
I think it's
regular
only
season.
8 more games.
13.
Okay. You probably know.
It's 13.
Okay. Yeah, I'm upset about it, man. I don't like that rule. Do you think... How do you feel about it? Do you think it's just part of the game?
Yeah. Unfortunately. It's like any other sport, though. Everybody, like, whether you, take a knee and run out of time in football or you foul somebody consistently in basketball.
Yeah, I don't see it the same. The kneeling thing, I don't see it as the same.
I'm just trying to, I don't know what they do in football.
The basketball fouling thing, it's funny because whenever me and Dan talk about it, we compare it to they call it the hack-a-shack. But they fixed that rule It used to be right when someone inbounded the ball, somebody would foul Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal, even if he didn't have the ball, he had to shoot the free throws. It was awful. It was just a sight to behold. If you ever watch a YouTube clip of this, it's hilarious. So they would inbound the ball, foul Shaq. Shaq would miss both free throws or one free throw, depending on where they're at. Then the defense gets the ball back and scores, and they end up beating them. It's so sad. It's like watching children play. But now I think they changed the rule to where I don't know the exact rule, but you can only do that to a ball handler, basically. So they fixed that. But so I don't think it should be part of the game, because I think we talked about it earlier this week. People watch baseball to see home runs, to see scores. And I think if the league sees it as they're preventing this guy from breaking the world record, and people are like, whatever, I'm not even going to watch because I know he's going to get walked the whole game, they're probably losing viewership. Do you think they're eventually going to step in and make some type of amendment to that rule? There it is.
No.
I think it's crooked on two levels. I think it's crooked on the MLB level that they allow that. And then I think it's poor sportsmanship on the level of the players to... Everyone that plays in the league is the best of the best. And then you have someone that is better than the best of the best and is going to set a record for the entire game. Why would you... and I'm not saying that they should, underhand pitch to Judge so he can hit home runs, but the intentional walks is just... It's so distasteful to me.
And if you're considered like a MLB pitcher, then give him a challenge.
Yeah.
Make him try to hit it.
Yeah.
You're a pro.
Yeah, I think it's a lot you can say about it. I think it's like disrespectful to the game. I think it's a lack of competitive spirit by the pitcher. He's like accepting, like, if I pitch a ball, he's going to hit a home run on me.
Yeah.
So let me just throw it way out. It's like, and then next batter gets up, he's right back to being his star pitcher that he is, whoever it is. Yeah, I hate it, man.
And it's got to be frustrating for Judge because he's literally one away.
Yeah. And hypothetically, every team can do that until the end of the season, and it'd be okay.
Yeah.
Nobody would bat an eye. Everybody would hate it, but the league would be like, that's part of the game.
Right. Yeah, it's too bad. And regardless of how next level Judge is, that there's nerves every time he's going to the plate now. Mm-hmm. But I think he'll break it. 13 games, you said?
Yeah. 13 games. Well, really, you can count 10 because 3 more are against Boston. So he has 10 games to hit 3 home runs. He can do that. He hits two home runs in one game sometimes.
Yeah.
And a lot of teams that are already way out of the playoffs that have no chance of making the playoffs, they'll pitch to him regularly.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate the Red Sox.
The Pirates that they played 2 nights ago, they're out of the playoffs regardless. And I think he hit 2 home runs.
Yeah, you're right.
So.
Yeah. Although, from the flip side of it, if you were the pitcher, would you want to be the pitcher that got the record broke on him?
I don't think anyone's going to remember that, though.
Yeah, that's true.
The history will be him hitting the home run. It won't be
who he hit it on.
Right.
Unless he was a Red Sox.
See, that would be amazing. Even then, I don't know. It wouldn't be as big of a headline, but I guess people, like true Yankees fans, would be like, and we did it on the Red Sox.
Well, yesterday,
home.
Yesterday, he hit a 113 mile hour fastball, and it went 404 feet. It was like a couple feet short from a home run. Yeah, it bounced on the ground and bounced over, so it was a double.
Damn.
But can you like
the man? As Tim says, he just smacks it. He can hit literally like a foot above where his hands are at, and it'll go into outfield. It is,
and when he
crazy.
Swings, it doesn't look like he's swinging that hard.
No,
he's just casually swinging. Wow. But it is harder for most pitchers because he's so big that usually a foul ball he can still hit.
Yeah.
So it's harder for them to strike him out.
Yeah, he's just in a league of his own.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I think he'll break it. He needs 3 more. 1 more to tie the AL record and 3 more to break the overall.
And listen, another big record chase right now. Even though 700 isn't a record, it's more just hitting that number. But Albert Pujols is at 698, and it's been a similar thing where every time he's gone to the plate, whatever station you're watching, they pull the coverage and then go to whatever game he's in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this will probably be his last season. Have you heard, Tim, on whether or not? I think it probably will be. That dude's up
I
there
can't
in
believe
age.
he's still playing.
Yeah.
When you said that, I didn't even know who you were talking about because I figured he was retired by now.
And it's wild. When he goes to the plate, I've seen several pitchers that will like do a head nod to him and he'll do it back to them. And it's almost like, hey, this is a veteran, you know, but
respect.
The only guys I believe that are above him for the 700 are Babe Ruth, Bonds, and maybe the guy on the Yankees that y'all like so much,
Jeter,
Alex Rodriguez, or
A-Rod.
Jeter, one of the two of them. It seems like it's another Yankee. But, hey, 700, that's some kind of career.
Yeah.
If the guy hits that.
Yeah, that's huge.
When I was at the car dealership listening to the most obnoxious Stephen A. Smith flap his gums about just absolutely nothing. One of the topics they discussed was, you could tell it was a slow news day. What's the bigger record? Albert Pujols hitting 700 or Aaron Judge, breaking the season record? But regardless, both of them are impressive records. So I am looking forward to, I don't know, Tim, if Jesse updated you on this. I'm looking forward to both of you buying Judge jerseys since you both said that you're going to.
We have time.
Let's talk
so
about
that
the
we
elephant
can-
in the room.
We can all wear them together. Jesse sent me a very strongly worded voice message earlier in the week. The man had received an email that erroneously told him he would get 20% off?
25.
25% off any jersey
Except that one.
on Fanatics. So the man jumps on. They just so happen to have Aaron Judge jerseys in his size. He bags it up, gets to the checkout screen, enters the code, and it says, "We're sorry. This code doesn't work on this item."
It's because they're flying off the shelves. They don't need the 25%
Some
off.
the asterisks, some exclusions apply, have never made me so angry in my entire life.
We're not giving you 25% off the most popular jersey in the world right now.
It was ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it's crazy when you type in Aaron Judge. It says most popular jersey right now.
Yeah.
It's
I hated
insane.
it. I hate it. I was so mad because I was actually going to make the purchase. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I just need to do it. It's fine.
And he said something along the lines of it was going to be
$151
$151. But
after taxes.
just to put it in context, let me tell you how much I paid for mine. For mine.
Was yours more than that?
No, but it was not far off from that. Where are you?
I almost bought one last night.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
153.
Why'd you tell us these things?
No.
What do you mean, no?
I'm going to walk in like Ashton does.
I actually want y'all to do that.
Are you going to get one?
Yes. I'm going to buy one. Jesse's like, I don't want to buy one unless he's buying one.
No, that's not it. I can't buy another jersey, man.
Mine was $144.93.
Yeah, that's not far off.
Yeah. My thing is, you made this commitment before you bought the savior to the Patriots, Mac Jones.
Which, again, I'm still waiting on you guys to get your NFL jerseys.
I never said I
also.
was going to get an NFL
Ashton,
jersey.
I'm still waiting on you to get your NFL jersey also.
It's going to happen, but
I don't like that. Okay, politician.
we are one home run away.
3.
And you explicitly said, if the man breaks the record, you're buying the jersey.
You explicitly said you will have a jersey by week 1 of the NFL season.
which I did. It just wasn't an NFL jersey.
Liar.
Tim's like, I'm not going to comment.
Yeah, he's flying under the radar right now. Tim, are you going to buy one?
I think you guys just asked me this 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I did.
Tim's going to buy one. The home or the away jersey?
He'll go home.
I want the white jersey
White.
with the pinstripes.
Ooh. What about you?
If I get one,
Uh-huh.
the white with the pinstripes.
All right, then.
I thought you wanted gray, Tim. You were all about the gray last week.
No. It's tough.
Are you looking right now?
Yeah.
Are you backing it up?
With the amount of money I spent today, heck no.
Come on. That's just tires. That's just part of living.
Not when you weren't planning on it.
Fair.
Let me tell you, when I...
If I give you the $100 back, will you make the purchase right now?
No, because I still owe you $100.
Yeah, but you can give it to me next week.
There is no difference between this week and next week.
Yeah, fair. What were you going to say, Ashton?
I was going to say when I was taking some stuff out of my car earlier, I could see the tread on those tires from a mile away. The man's ready for he's ready for a road trip.
He is.
That's why I did both tires today.
Those
'cause
tires
I
are
knew
looking good.
I knew we
cared
were
for
going
us.
somewhere.
Yeah, he cared for us. That's why. Didn't want us to get stranded on the side of the road.
Not when we only have a day and a half in the mountains. I don't want to waste any time.
Yeah, like last time.
But we were already there.
Considering the situation it actually ended up being,
Hilarious?
it actually ended up, everything ended up okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
I don't think your car was damaged,
No.
so that was all good.
Listen,
Good thing
when,
you had an
when you
expert-
click on the jersey,
expert driver.
it tells you last time someone purchased it. It was last purchased 4 minutes ago.
I didn't know they did that. That's
Yeah.
a cool feature.
Where it
Yeah,
says
say-
most popular.
Yeah.
Look next to it.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. You getting a medium?
Yeah.
Why?
I'll get a medium.
Oh, okay. Did you put it in your cart?
What's the difference if I put it in my cart or not?
Because that means you're going to buy it.
I'm going to buy it when he breaks the record.
What if he doesn't break the record?
He's going to break the record. He only needs 3 more.
I'm worried. That's all I'm saying. I'm worried.
I feel like if it's the last game of the season and he needs 1 more, I feel like the pitcher's just going to give it to him.
I don't know. I hope that's the case. What about, did we watch any football this past week?
Did we?
Did we now?
Did we?
Heck yeah, that's all we did this weekend.
I did. I was watching football last night.
Listen, college football Saturday, NFL Sunday,
Who played last night?
There was college football on last
Browns
night.
Browns
and
Steelers.
The Steelers.
Great game, by the way, until they kind of pulled away at the end of there. But
I was switching back and forth between. I had 4 games going on. That, West Virginia, Virginia Tech. I was watching Atlanta Braves. And
busy night last night.
Well, when you don't have any work on Friday.
and the Yankees and the.
Yankees and Red
No,
Sox.
we didn't.
chugging down Michelob's.
Hey, is he celebrating? It looks like he needs a refill over there, though. I think Tim needs one, too.
Let me just tell you. Are we
Tell
taking
me.
a break?
Tell me. All right. Yeah. What were you about to say?
Are we still recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that I had 4 games going on last night, but it was a good night. There was lots of good action going on.
And that's what we're going to talk about.
I
How's
was-
that cookie treating you?
I was really excited last night. I'm going to just completely derail what you just
Please.
asked. I was really excited last night when I sent y'all a picture of the tambourine greens to tell you that, hey, by the way,
Yeah.
I might have bought another pair of shoes.
Yeah.
That you already had in your
And
possession.
Tim's reaction was just, it was exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I think only
He
Ashton
said,
remembers.
good God almighty.
Didn't he say "got"? Good God Almighty.
I
He
don't
misspelled it.
But I was sitting alone on a couch, and I just said, I was thinking, let me send these fellas a picture as soon
Yeah.
as possible. Tim's excited.
Oh. God, my cheeks hurt.
There's
after
nothing
that
that gets me more excited than a pair of shoes.
Oh yeah.
one. A pair of shoes that someone else bought too.
And then the man said,
Yeah.
I got to catch up. And
Yeah.
he said all these pairs are floating around.
I texted Ashton. I said, "You're buying all these shoes. I feel left out. I need to get another pair."
Next week,
The
the
fours.
fours.
Oh yeah.
I'm feeling good about that pair. I feel like I got a lot of people going for it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get them. And then the SB Dunks. You're gonna
Listen,
You're
that's-
gonna spit that my way.
That's
or?
going to be nearly impossible, but you will have your shot.
I'm nervous. I have Savannah going for him. Me, Navarro.
Is she going to get up? And
It's 10 o'clock.
She works nights. I didn't know.
No, she'll be in Disney.
Is she going to remember? You're going to like
I'm gonna call her. Yeah, a phone call will be made. Yeah.
On the bright side, though, I did look at resale. They're only like $250.
Only. No, they're $298, I think. Dan looked them up today. $293 maybe,
Why is Dan looking that up?
because we were talking about it, and I wanted it. Yeah. Either way, doesn't matter. We're not talking about shoes right now.
Not now, but we will. We'll
What
get
about-
back to football.
What about
Sorry.
the schedule?
So Jesse, recap our schedule from last week.
Last week, I did horrible. I only got 6 games out of 15 right.
And I believe Tim and I both got 8 out of 15.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we were above 50%.
Yep. So I have to take a swig of this beverage then because I lost.
Hey, cheers, Jess.
Cheers.
I will say I'm very upset that the Chargers didn't beat the Chiefs. I was very upset.
I don't know why you picked the Chargers.
Every year they give them a hard time, and they only won by 3.
Did you see who's the quarterback for the Chargers again?
Herbert, Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. He was the 3rd quarterback in NFL history to have their rookie card sell for over $1 million.
Yeah.
What?
No, his
I know.
his cards go for a lot of money.
It's ridiculous.
A
The
lot.
man, like you would think the man sent from heaven, like Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Interesting.
Nothing? Okay. So yeah, I lost last week. We don't need to talk about it.
Well, I do want to touch on one game from last week.
Yeah.
Jets Browns.
Dude,
Good for Dan.
listen, when that happened, so I think, what was it, like the 3rd quarter when they were down by like a touchdown and a half or something?
No, it was the last 2 minutes of the 4th quarter.
Oh,
They
interesting.
scored 2 touchdowns.
Interesting. Dan was like down the whole 4th quarter. He's like, this is what happens. And then they get that random bomb where the receiver is wide open, no one near him,
No one went for him.
scores. And then Dan's like, sits up in his seat. He's like, we may have something here. What was it? An onside kick. Jets recover. And they end up scoring off it, right?
Yep.
Didn't they have a turnover also?
No, that was the Falcons.
The onside kick.
Yeah.
That never happens in the NFL.
No. Ever. So they ended up winning the game by 1 point. Yeah.
Congrats, Dan.
Good job, Dan. Even though he's not listening.
So the Jets will now be 1-17.
That's right.
Sorry, Dan.
The Giants won. Your mom was super happy about that. That's another win.
Both New York teams.
Yeah. Actually, and even the Patriots won, beat the Steelers, dude. The first win of the year.
Indeed.
Very surprising.
Fellas, did you watch the Bucks and the Saints?
A little bit.
Tom Brady got sassy, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Is that when he was yelling at all of his players?
The man was letting folks
Uh-huh.
know, I may be 45, but
right.
it's still not a trash talk.
Yeah.
And he had his teammates were just like shoving guys for him.
Yeah.
Brady's standing behind him, just like running his
He
mouth.
almost got into a fight, man. I mean,
Yeah.
he chased down the guy that was
They
talking
threw
to
Mike
him.
Davis out and the guy that
Mike
was
Evans.
or Mike Evans and the guy that was on the
Yeah.
Saints. They said, get out of here.
They weren't going to throw out Tom Brady.
He's suspended for 1 game. Mike Evans. He's not playing this
Oh,
week.
no.
Oh, that sucks.
Really? That's unfortunate. I'll have to
Did
keep
they
that in
suspend
mind.
the other guy for a game?
I don't know, but that does affect the Bucks at Packers at Bucks game, though. I will tell you that.
Ooh.
Dang.
Fellas, who do we want to win on that?
I want the Packers.
Who
to
do we
win.
I
want to
do
win?
too.
I want the Packers to
Yeah.
win.
I mean, I want the Bucks to win, but I don't think they will.
Listen, I have a newfound respect for Aaron Rodgers after listening to his
Sure.
appearance on
Sure.
the Joe Rogan podcast.
Is this sarcasm or
No, I'm being
Wait,
serious.
is this changing your jersey purchase?
I'm definitely.
not getting a jersey.
I'm definitely. Yes, I am. I'm leaning towards.
He is so into that cookie cake right now.
I think that's his third piece.
I think it is.
For those of you who are listening, Ashton has been going in like a fat boy, going ham
He's about
on
to
this
get this
on this
pumpkin
cookie cake.
confused with the cookie cake pumpkin. He's going to start down in that one.
He bought this quote unquote for the boys on the podcast, but so far I think he's eaten 3/4 of it.
I think he has.
Meanwhile, Jesse's on his second piece, or maybe third.
No second. You better catch up to him.
I don't like sweets as much. This is good for me. Don't give me that eyes, Mr. Candyman.
Interesting. Okay. Other
But-
than that, there wasn't much going on last week, huh?
I feel like I was saying something. What was I talking about?
You were talking about Aaron Rodgers on the,
Oh,
on the
newfound respect,
JRE.
Newfound respect for
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Why is that?
The man was on Joe Rogan's podcast. He said that the two places he goes to is Publix
And Books A Million.
and Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble. Yeah.
And the man followed it up with, "I love to read."
And Ashton fell back on his chair.
It's like, Aaron, other than the fact that one of us is a Hall of Famer quarterback, we're basically the same person.
Sure. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
So, I have therefore decided that the first jersey purchase should probably be Aaron Rodgers.
And you'll wear it while you're going to Publix and Barnes & Noble.
Ooh.
Ingles.
You see, Tim, only for pastries. Tim knows how to live.
Wait. Let's go back to this. You said probably Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
We need a commitment.
I know. It's one of those.
Wait, I have a better idea.
Here we go.
Jesse's
is it?
purchased an NFL jersey. You purchased an MLB jersey. When Jesse makes his MLB
You purchased
purchase,
a hockey jersey.
No, when Jesse makes his MLB purchase, you have to make your NFL purchase.
I never said I was going to make an MLB purchase.
You started all of this. You've been talking about Aaron Judge for about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we definitely have you on recorded audio saying, "I'm buying a Judge jersey."
He said, "Send me the link. I won't hesitate."
Yes, yeah. It was. It's a clip that's several minutes long. It's quite clear.
I love
So-
that we have all this on audio.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to rethink this podcast.
But
All right.
you both want each other to buy the jersey. So when you buy the MLB, you buy the NFL.
The what?
MLB.
Here's the thing. I'm waiting on something. Ashton has nothing to wait on. He just hasn't made the purchase yet.
No,
We're
we-
already halfway into the season, my friend.
What I have to wait on is future paychecks.
Right.
Because he's unemployed.
He's unemployed right now. For the next 2 days, he's unemployed.
Transition. I'm transitioning.
Transitioning. The backbone of the economy. Small business.
But do we want to get on to week 4?
Sure.
Or week 3?
Wait.
We're only on week 3.
Wait. Before we jump, let me review the week 2 schedule because I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, so I said something about the Saints and the Bucks. Y'all said that the Patriots had won, the Jets won. Dolphins and Ravens. The Ravens were just. Lamar Jackson looks so good.
Until the end of the game.
Yeah.
I'm worried about him for next week.
Are you?
Yeah. Because we're playing him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Guys, the Falcons were so close.
Ash. I know.
In L.A.
I know.
Moving on. The Seahawks and the 49ers.
Didn't really watch that.
I didn't watch that one either.
My memory stinks.
How about the fact that the Cowboys without Dak Prescott beat the Bengals?
The fact that the Bengals are 0-2 right now is
Kind of
like
blows my mind.
is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that quarterback was he's probably pretty happy right now. Winning that game for him.
Rush?
Yeah, Dak better get back.
Better watch out.
Yeah. And then Bears and Packers I watched. That was no surprise. And Bills and Titans, that was not a surprise.
It was a surprise of how bad it was.
I think the Bills, Jesse, so I was listening to 2 weeks ago Jesse called that the Buffalo Bills were a Super Bowl team this year. And so far, I think you're right. They looked
Timestamp?
incredibly good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a college football type score. Something you don't
College
see in the NFL.
football.
Tim, before we get there, week 3, fellas.
Fine. All right. Let's rattle through these picks. Oh, you got Ashton revved up right now.
Listen, I love college more than NFL.
You know what I love more than that? When Ashton drinks Moscow Mules. Because he's just a different type of Ashton. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Week 3. NFL.
Let's start it out. Bills, Dolphins.
Speaking of them, the Bills.
Although, I will say this Dolphins have been playing really good this year.
I'm going with Dolphins.
Wow. Underdog pick?
Were you watching the game last week?
Yes, but I like upsets, and this is at Miami.
Okay. Who are you going with?
I do think it's going to come down to like a field goal type of game.
I
don't think Bill.
Dude,
have you seen the Dolphins this year?
You know they put the Dolphins in the top 5
Have
teams.
you seen the Dolphins?
They put the Dolphins in the top 5.
Fellas, we were just talking about how good the Bills were.
I know, but the Dolphins have been doing really well.
All right, well, I'm going Bills.
I'm still going Bills. I'm with you.
Okay. All right, all day of the week.
All right, I'm picking Jets on the next one.
No.
Come on.
No.
Bengals are 0-2.
The Bengals are 0-2, but they're going to be 1-2 after next week.
You think so?
I want to go with the Jets because of that win, but
You don't. That was completely joking.
It was the skin of their teeth.
Bengals are going to win that game.
All right. How about the Raiders Titans?
Ooh.
Titans are due for a win. They're 0-2.
Innocent.
Derrick Henry is a monster.
Innocent Tennessee.
Yeah.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Henry is good. Yeah,
I think the Raiders are too good.
I'm going to go Titans. Saints at Panthers. I'm going to go Saints. Yeah.
Ravens Patriots.
Patriots.
You're picking Patriots, really?
Yep. I made the mistake of not picking the Patriots last week. I'm like, what happened?
Well,
that one's actually tough.
It's in New England, so I'm picking the Patriots.
That's why I'm leaning towards Patriots. I think I'm going to pick the Pats on this one. I just don't see them losing, though.
For the sake of being different, I'm going to pick the Ravens.
Dang.
It's going to be a close game.
I'm picking Pats. You know what? Let's just do it. Doesn't matter. Nothing's on the line.
Lions at Vikings. I'm going to say Vikings.
I think
Did
I'm
you
with
see the
you.
Lions last week, though?
No.
Jared Goff?
Who? Yeah, they lost.
No, they won.
No, they won. Interesting. Eagles Commanders.
Hey Siri, what's the sentence you've never heard before?
Oh, great.
Have you ever seen the?
Shut up, Siri.
So did you see the Lions last week?
She just sent it to my phone. Jesus.
Eagles 100%.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going Eagles. as well.
Commanders.
Chiefs
Colts.
and the Colts.
Well, being
Chiefs.
as the Colts got shut out by the Jags last week, I'm picking the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer.
Despite the fact Matt Ryan's there, I'm going to have to go Chiefs.
Sure. All right, Texans, Bears. I really don't care.
I don't honestly with
I don't
these
know.
two teams.
It's a coin flip.
I'm picking Bears.
Ooh. Because it's in
Hey, Siri.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Pick heads or tails.
She's not going to answer.
You are so dumb. Hey, Siri. Pick heads or tails. What is going on right now? I have 3 Siri items in this room right now, and no one's picking up. Hey, Siri. Flip a coin.
Rosencrantz says heads.
Rosencrantz? What?
Rosencrantz says heads.
What is Rosencrantz?
I've never heard that.
What just happened? I picked the Bears. What is Rosencrantz?
Moving on.
Let's go to 425. Check.
Chargers.
Chargers
Yeah,
on the
Chargers.
Jags? Yeah. At the Chargers, I think it's a no-brainer. I'm going to pick the Rams against the Cardinals. You know what?
I'm going Cardinals.
I'm going to go Cardinals.
I'm going Cardinals.
I think that's going to be a toss-up, too.
Ooh, fellas.
Let's harp on this for a minute. Packers Bucks.
at Bucks. Ooh.
If it was at Lambeau, I would pick Packers without hesitating.
I'm picking Packers. I like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Tom Brady's without Mike Evans. Oh,
I'm going Packers.
I'm going to go Packers, I guess. I really think it's going to be the Packers. All right, Ash, let's talk about it.
Boys, the Falcons are going to win next week.
In Seattle.
Yes.
I'm going to pick the Seahawks.
I'm picking the Falcons because Geno Smith is the quarterback for the Seahawks. He's not great.
He's not great, but he's better than Mariota, in my opinion. Am I crazy? He's been playing far better than Mariota has. At least in game 1. He completed his first 14 passes.
Jess, all I'm going to say is the Dirty Birds are going to rise up in week 3.
Okay.
They're hungry for a win.
You're right.
They're going to bring the W back to ATL.
Listen, Ash, I hope so.
I hope so, too.
I hope so. 49ers, Broncos, Sunday Night Football. Broncos.
Broncos. All day, every day.
Interesting. Monday night, Cowboys, Giants.
I will be picking the Giants till they lose. They are 2-0.
Which means they're due for a loss, in my opinion.
Giants all the way.
Tim, call me crazy. I'm going Cowboys.
So I'm the deciding factor here.
No, you're not. Be your own man.
Giants.
Okay. Wait, is the Giants the team your mom likes?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Giants.
Oh, that's a flip.
You hear that, Mom?
All right.
Hey, Miss Joanne.
Dolphins, Bengals Thursday night. I threw the Thursday night game in here this time.
Whoa. So the Bengals have got to play Sunday and Thursday, but they're playing the Jets on Sunday, which is more like a scrimmage game.
Wait.
So, you believe this?
That happened last week with the Steelers, and they lost. I think didn't they lose Sunday and Thursday?
But so
Yeah, they lost. They lost twice last week.
I'm going with the Dolphins.
I do think the Dolphins will win that.
I'm picking Bengals. It's at Bengals.
At Cincinnati.
That's what I meant to say.
All right.
All right, you want to run through it?
May the odds be in our favor.
All right.
I think there's some solid matchups this week.
So what's the game you're going to be focusing on at 1 o'clock? What's the one that you want to see? For me, it's going to be the Ravens Patriots.
Patriots?
As long as I get it, I will definitely be watching the Chiefs and the Colts.
Let me ask you something. Are you going to
Okay.
be here?
What's that?
Are you going to be here?
On Sunday? Interesting. Let me get back to you.
Week 3, and still we have not gotten
You're
together.
asking me for a lot of commitment over here. Saturday night, Sunday.
Yeah, I like to hang out with you, man.
I know.
I
So
enjoy your company.
I feel like if Ashton is
He
going
didn't
to
even listen.
if bail on you Saturday,
He's not going to bail now.
I think he's going to have to come over Sunday.
Yeah, how about that? One or the other. Let's get a firm commitment from you.
Ash, I would like to watch some college football with you, though, Saturday. That's all I'm saying.
What time's the Georgia game?
Hey, what a segue. Let's talk about college football.
Yeah, let's ignore that I was trying to get you to hang out 2 days in a row. 3 days in a row. Did I see you yesterday? 4 days in a row? No, I didn't. Damn it.
So are we talking about last week's college football or this week's college football?
Let's do a recap of last week.
I didn't watch anything, so I'm checking out.
Georgia mopped the floor again.
Yes, they are. I know they lost 15 people to the draft, and their defense wasn't going to be as good. Their offense is better than last year. Their defense is getting there. They're all still very young. I think they're all mostly freshmen. I say they go back to the championship game and they win back-to-back seasons. They look way better than last year. Stetson Bennett looks way more comfortable than he did last year. And he looks like he actually Last year, when he would throw long, he would get a lot of picks, but this year he seems way more
He
accurate.
seems more confident.
Yeah,
Like he needed
yeah.
to win a championship. Now he feels like a champion.
Yeah, he seems just very loose, and he's having fun,
Mhm.
but he's better.
How many years is he in?
I think this is his 4th or 5th.
I think he's late, right?
Yeah, I think it might be his 5th.
Okay. Because he was a walk-on somewhere else, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Before Georgia? Okay.
So, I do think Georgia is better than Alabama. Alabama's struggling a couple times. Alabama's still really good, but I think Georgia is definitely above, which is crazy to say. Like, usually Alabama's always number 1, but I think Georgia's got that spot for the next couple years. Everybody wants
Years?
Yeah, I think people want to go to Georgia. I think Kirby Smart's got something going on.
Is that their coach?
Yeah.
Listen, you want to know how next level Georgia is. So they played in South Carolina last weekend, and Kirby didn't like the HVAC system that the South Carolina locker room had. He was worried that it might be too hot for the boys, right? So Georgia brings in their own temporary HVAC system to cool the environment for the players. How much money do you have to be like, hey, I'm worried the boys might be a little bit too hot. Can we bring in an entire HVAC system?
You think he covered that?
Covered it
It was
as
like a
in
school paid
the
for
school
it.
definitely
The
paid
school-
for that.
They said on the broadcast last week that Georgia has the highest expenditure for a football program in the NCAA.
Wow. Why is that?
Well, I mean,
Are they willing to spend that amount of money? Is that what it is?
yeah,
Okay.
football's a big deal for UGA. And they almost shut South Carolina out completely. I mean,
I watched that whole game. I didn't even care what the score was. I watched that whole game.
I mean, it was boring, but they it was a whooping.
So Georgia's schedule is pretty weak this year. They only play 2 teams this year.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of October, they play Florida.
They played Tennessee,
They
which
do?
almost beat Alabama.
Um,
I think that
you
was a
mean
fluke.
Texas?
Texas beat Alabama.
What'd I
Texas
say?
almost beat out. You said Tennessee.
I'm going to check out.
They do have to play Tennessee, though.
So
Thanks.
yeah, they do. They do have to play.
Kentucky's going to be a game.
Kentucky is actually really good this year. They're number 9 right now, or number 8.
And they're not going to walk in and beat Florida 45-7.
No, I am curious though if how this Florida and Tennessee game is going to go Saturday. 3:30 they play.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna skip over Georgia at 12 o'clock because they play Kent State. It's probably gonna be 100-0.
It's going to be like watching golf.
But
And the Bulldogs score another touchdown.
3:30, I expect to see both of you for the Florida Tennessee game
I'm going to be busy.
at 3:30.
I'm going to be watching.
Are you going to be
You
here
want to go to Miller's?
What?
Jesse, what are you doing?
Jesse said he's busy.
Luckily, Savannah doesn't listen to this podcast. I am supposed to be here, but if you guys are going to Miller's,
Jesse.
interesting. Wait. Well, I still don't have a commitment that Ashton's hanging out on Saturday, so he may not even come down.
Okay,
for that.
so Ash, all I'm asking you is if you go to Miller's at 3:30 for the game, I won't ask you to come here that night. You can just go on home.
I don't like that.
Mosey on home. You can get it. You can be in bed by 6:30.
You guys are putting me
I don't like
in a
that.
very tough position.
That's why we're here.
You can be watching anime at 7 o'clock. Lights out by 9. You can be out of bed by 5 o'clock.
I don't think he's
For
going to go to
church.
bed at 6:30.
No, I said lights out. Watching anime.
At 6:30, it's
That's-
daylight
I
outside.
think I said 7 or lights out by 9. I don't remember.
All 3 of those times, it's still daylight outside.
What's that got to do with going to sleep?
You said lights out. The man doesn't have blackout curtains in his room.
I meant his lights in his room.
Why would he shut the lights out at 7 o'clock?
I shut my lights off at 7 o'clock.
Because you're a hermit.
I think Jesse's just angry if he can't see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
But top 20 matchup.
Yep.
Let me know how you feel tomorrow around 2:45.
What's the games again? Or who's playing?
At 3:30? Florida, Tennessee. Jesse always tries to find a way out. He always tries to find a way.
You know, the Miller's nachos do sound pretty good.
Listen.
Damn it.
Let me know. They have all the games on.
Yeah, text us.
How are you gonna get there?
Text us.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Drop it in the Nowhere to Be podcast chat.
Yeah. Text us.
Jess, I hope this doesn't put a dent in your plans tomorrow.
It will.
Hey, just put on the Harry Styles album. Be like, I'm gonna go out in the garage for a minute.
Gently get out of there. I'm supposed to be building a shelf with her, but we're doing it in the morning. I think I'll be done by 3 o'clock.
So you go from having plans to being done by 3 o'clock.
Well, I'm saying I have plans for the day,
Okay.
but they may be done at a certain time. But then we got. I gotta.
You got a host tomorrow.
I need a host. Yeah. So, just text me. We'll figure it out.
But that's the game I'm looking forward to the most tomorrow. Although, Arkansas, Texas A&M tomorrow night.
Yep.
Jess, get involved.
Why are you excited about that one?
Oh, it's gonna be a good game.
Very good.
Oh, heaven.
Jess, what do you think Arkansas is ranked?
7.
Close.
Really?
Yeah.
6.
And Texas
Tennessee is.
Texas A&M, not Tennessee.
You said Tennessee. I swear.
No, he said Texas A&M.
They're ranked 11.
23. Damn it. But they should be ranked a lot higher. They just got destroyed. Well, I wouldn't say destroyed, but they lost at home to No Name.
Notre Dame?
No Name.
No name. Oh, okay. Well, UNC plays Notre Dame this week.
Do they?
Mm-hmm. Bet you didn't know that.
I did.
You just said, did they?
I did know, though. I was just trying to entertain you.
Sure you were.
I mean, they're both not ranked, so really, you know.
Moving on.
No, we're still on college football. Hold on.
Yeah.
Dang it.
So, I don't want to go too far ahead, but October 1st, fellas, in the mountains. Do you know what game is playing that day?
Georgia, Alabama.
No. Arkansas, Alabama.
Ooh. Is that an evening game?
It's to be decided.
Okay.
They don't know yet?
No.
It's next week.
No, they don't.
Are we going to try to watch it? Oh, what if we found like a local pub that
If
was
it's an
playing the
evening
game?
though, we're going to be doing this.
And we just won't watch it?
I'm thinking that the cabin had cable last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that if it's a night game, we can just have the game on in the background silent.
With the doors open,
And we could just keep
maybe in the hot tub.
we could just keep the game on in the background. But that's going to be a really good game, and I'm going to want to have eyes on it.
All right.
And if we don't get it, it's fine. I have YouTube TV. You could bring your Apple TV. We can AirPlay it.
I mean, what a time. 2022.
We've got to make sure we bring something with the DVD player.
They have a Blu-ray.
Blu-ray player.
All right, that's all I wanted to talk about with college football. I'm very excited for the next couple of weeks. But,
Yeah.
one more but. I know
Uh-huh.
I've been saying but.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We do need to get together in about, I know Georgia and Florida play at the end of October, but I'm talking about November, Kentucky, Georgia.
Yes.
We need to get together for that.
Yep. In Kentucky, that will probably be Georgia's toughest game of the year.
Yeah, I feel bad for saying this, but I don't think Georgia's really going to Florida's going to give them a problem at all. But
I
Kentucky
better
will.
hope Marty doesn't listen to this.
I don't think he will.
I don't either.
I'm excited.
No one listens to us.
I'm excited though.
Trey does.
Trey does.
My parents do. I was actually
It's true.
talking to my parents this past Thursday about last week's podcast, and my mom's like, "Yeah, you don't remember that, Ed?" And he was like, "No, you listened to the whole thing without me."
Oh, that's funny. They're keeping up with their shows. Wow. That's cool.
It was great though. Yeah, she listens to the whole thing, every episode. So she's probably our number one fan.
I'm sure she is. She's probably the only one that continuously listens. And
Hang on,
Trey.
the Belgian fans.
She's
And
Trey.
Belgium. And Belgium.
She subscribed on YouTube and Apple Podcasts.
Wow.
Also gave it 5 stars.
It's going to be pretty cool when we're older and we go back and listen to this.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're still all hanging out.
I do want to give an update to the Yankees Red Sox score though. It is 1-1 right now.
Did
Okay.
Aaron Judge hit a home run?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm upset about it.
Is that all the sports
I'm
talk
never
we're
going
going
to be
to
able to buy a
today?
jersey. It sucks.
I think that's all I've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sports are done.
Jess has been out of sports for a couple minutes now.
All right.
No, I meant just now where you got done talking about it.
Looking a little tired over there.
No,
He does. His hair's like where he's been keeping his hand. Just like
that's just how it looks. I told you I've been checked out the whole college talk.
it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. What else you got to do this week? Did you guys watch anything?
I mean, we all watched The Last Samurai this week. Wait,
I love when you act like I'm an idiot when
did
I
you
come
not
up with a
get to watch
segue.
it? You gave both your copies away.
Tim, I can quote this movie.
It probably in the original language too. Give us the subtitles. What? It's true. You probably can. Am I wrong?
Not entirely. So I'm going to be honest. I'm a little nervous.
About what?
I can't wait to talk about this movie.
Okay, well, we're going to go into it, man.
Tim, what'd you think about it?
Hold on
First
now.
of all, hold on. I want to
Yeah,
I wanna
Ashton
get
needs to
Ashton's
start.
background
Ashton
on
needs
this
to
movie.
start.
I want to know how he found out about it, when his first watch was.
Yep.
How long ago? Was it in 2003 when it came out?
No. So I watched it for the first time sitting in the Dallas-Fort Worth airport in 2011, when I was going to see Paige.
How long was your layover?
I think it was 3 hours.
Wow.
I had to fly from Atlanta to Dallas and then Dallas to Shreveport, Louisiana. So, and the reason that I watched this movie is when I got ready to leave, this was before there were streaming platforms. I had just gotten the iPad 2.
Back in our day, kids, we didn't have streaming platforms.
Correct. So before we left, before I left, you could buy movies for $10 or $15 on the iTunes store, and it would take 2 days to download. And I wanted to watch a movie that I had not watched before, so before we left, I don't know why I keep saying we. Before I left, I asked my dad to give me some movie recommendations, and the 3 that he gave me were The Last of the Mohicans, Braveheart, and The Last Samurai. And all of which are actually pretty similar in style and tone. Have y'all seen Mohicans and
I've seen Braveheart.
I've seen
and Braveheart?
Just Braveheart.
So I went with Samurai because it has the Japan element to it. So I watched it for the first time in an airport, and I remember it being one of those experiences where it just absolutely hit me like a ton of bricks when I watched it. And I've been in love with it ever since, and I can honestly say it's my most favorite movie. So, Last Samurai came out in 2003, I believe. It was directed by Edward Zwick. It was also one of the first movies that Tom Cruise not only acted in, but also had a directorial producer role in. And another side note about Tom Cruise, who I am a fan of, even though he's nuts. He named one of his daughters, not sure if he has more than one daughter, but named her after a Japanese word. And it was from being involved with this movie. And his pronunciation of Japanese is actually quite impressive in the movie. So anyway, came out in 2003. The movie is about a military, what is he? A sergeant, maybe?
I think it's the guy with the mustache
So that guy,
or Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise,
He's a captain.
Captain. That's right. Okay. Yep. Captain Algren. So he was a captain in the. It wasn't an official war, but the constant fighting between the Americans and the Indians in the late 1800s. And at some point, he was involved with Lieutenant Colonel Custard at Custard's last stand, where Custard ultimately died at. But Tom Cruise's character is named Nathan Algren, and when the movie begins, he is this washed-up former military captain who is doing basically an acting job for a living, selling a type of gun. He is an alcoholic and is suffering from some form of PTSD from not good acts that he committed during the fighting with the Indians. And he gets an offer from his former commanding officer to travel to Japan to train the new Japanese Imperial Army how to fight. And the Imperial Army is fighting against the old warriors of Japan called the samurai. And the samurai are not happy with the modernization that is occurring in Japan in the late 1800s. And that is the gist of the conflict throughout the movie, the samurai fighting this new Imperial Army. And then the tension between the emperor and his advisors and one of his former advisors, who is the leader of the samurai group. So Tom Cruise's character gets all entangled with the samurai in a battle. He's taken prisoner and then ends up learning the ways of the samurai, and in the end ends up fighting with the samurai. So I think that's about as good of a summary as I can give for the movie. Who wants to go first?
Tim.
Let's go. Okay, so The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. Are you ready to hear my overall opinion on the movie? It was great.
Except.
Not bad. Would I watch it again? Yes. I like the whole samurai aspect to it. It wasn't, when I first saw The Last Samurai, like the cover and everything, I wasn't expecting the movie to be the way it was. I thought it was going to be like a whole war movie versus him learning and becoming part of the culture and the village they bring him to and becoming one of them. I thought it was just going to be like a whole war movie. I don't like how long it is. I thought it could have probably slimmed down 30 minutes and it would have been fine. But going from the beginning of the movie when he's playing in plays and he's doing the gun thing, I get it. You know, they had to do the backstory and where he came from and everything. I think I started really liking the movie right before he's captured, when they all go into the woods and they're waiting there. Right around there, I started like really getting into the movie. And honestly, even when he's in the village and he's up in the mountains and like the whole going through the winter time and it's going slow, I didn't even mind that. I actually enjoyed that. I didn't think it was boring at all.
It's my favorite part of the movie.
I thought it was good.
Interesting.
It was.
Okay.
It was.
I would say my favorite part of the whole movie is probably the parts between when he's at the village and when they're doing the play and then the assassins come in off the roof and then that whole little attack scene. I like that fight scene more than the ending war.
Where did those people come from? Who?
Those were ninjas hired by the man that owns the railroads.
Which hired him, right? Which hired Tom Cruise to fight against him.
Originally, yes.
Okay, it was the same guy.
His name is Omura.
Wow. So he hired ninjas.
To try to get him back, right?
To kill
Yeah.
Katsumoto, who is
Yeah.
the samurai leader.
Interesting.
That was my favorite part of the movie.
That scene specifically, or that
The time from when he's captured and he's learning the ways of the samurai and they're learning the ways of him, and he's going through all his like emotions and alcohol withdrawal and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I'd give the movie a B. I'd watch it again. I enjoyed it.
That makes me happy.
I like. I didn't enjoy Tom Cruise at the beginning of the movie, but I started growing to like him in that movie. But I didn't think he was going to be a good part in the movie. Just basing him off Tom Cruise and what he's known for. But he is pretty good.
I agree. I kind of had a mindset going into the movie of like Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah.
You're right.
But yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I would watch it again.
Cool.
Jess, go ahead.
Mr. Carell.
Ash, thank you for showing me this movie.
I'm listening.
It's one of the best movies I've seen in quite some time.
What? I was not expecting that.
I wasn't either. I think it. To be fair, it took me 2 nights to watch it. It is a long movie. You're right.
It is. It is.
2.5.
I think it's over 2.5
153 minutes.
hours.
2 hours and 36 minutes. I watched the whole thing last night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a. Seriously, I have so many thoughts about this movie. So I did watch this movie when I was a kid. So watching the movie through brought back a lot of like, oh, I know what's about to happen. I think maybe my dad was watching it when I was a kid, like living in Jersey that long ago. And what year did it come out? 2003, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, that's towards the tail end of being in Jersey. I think I saw it in Jersey. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about in this movie. So on the cover of the DVD, I was looking at it while I was watching it. It says one of those typical sayings, Tom Cruise at his finest. I genuinely think this is the best Tom Cruise movie I've ever seen. You really see, because in all the other movies that he plays in, Mission Impossible, what he's most known for, he plays a very linear, like one level character. You got to see so many ups and downs with his character in this movie. He played an alcoholic, to going through withdrawals, to falling in love, to being a warrior. I think it was his best movie I've ever seen by Tom Cruise. It really was. The amount of quotes, I wrote down so many quotes in this movie. One of the quotes in the beginning of the movie that it got me into the movie. This quote, when he said it, really like made me sit forward and be like, all right, I just got into this movie. And he said something about, give me the books on the samurai. You know, the guy was translating all these books. And he said, I like that you're taking an interest in samurai. He says, this is quote, I could give a damn about the samurai. I want to know my enemy. That was such a cool line, man.
Yep.
That made me sit forward and be like, okay, he's taking this seriously. You know, he's taking it as like a job. And then later on in the movie, what's the Katsumoto. He said, man, it was so cool. After he got captured, they're having the conversation for the first time, which was crazy in itself.
One of my favorite parts of the movie.
Amazing.
Are their conversations. Yeah.
Katsumoto was like a friend to him.
Right.
Like, which showed the amount of respect that the samurai had in the culture, which was super cool. But basically Tom Cruise was saying, why am I here? Why are you talking to me? And Katsumoto says, I want to know my enemy.
Mm-hmm.
He almost reflected the same words back to him. Which kind of set the stage where these two people, although enemies in the beginning, they're kind of the same person.
Yes.
You see a lot of aspects through that whole movie. They're very, very similar. And you kind of see it as after he gets captured and they end up, fighting together. One of my favorite scenes specifically, which might be my favorite scene, is the they're not ready scene when the Sergeant General, is that his name, comes into the scene and says, we're attacking like tomorrow or whatever. I think it was tomorrow, the next day, 6 a.m. He said. Tom Cruise is like, they're not ready. They can't even shoot their guns. And he's like, no, we're doing it. And Tom Cruise walks towards the target and says, tell him to shoot at me. The Japanese soldier. And, the guy's flustered. And he says, tell him to shoot at me. And he starts yelling at him. And long story short, he starts yelling at him. He starts shooting at him. Tom Cruise starts shooting at the soldier to get him to shoot. And he's prepping his gun. He's freaking out. He's stumbling. And at the end of the scene, he still can't hit Tom Cruise. And he's just sitting still. And he just walks by the sergeant and says, they're not ready. Man, it's such a powerful scene. And you kind of see those scenes a lot. They're like, they're not ready. And he's like teasing him. But the fact that Tom Cruise was shooting at the soldier, getting him to, because that's what's going to happen in battle tomorrow. You're going to get shot at. How are you going to act under pressure? And he still couldn't do it. That was a super, super heavy scene. That's probably one of my favorites. And I don't want to talk too much about it, but there's so much about this movie that I loved, man. It really was.
Oh, keep going. Man.
What else?
We got nowhere to be.
What's some other stuff? I noticed a lot of this movie had a lot to do with contrast between the respect of the samurai and the respect of their culture and, for a lack of a better word, disrespect of Western civilization and how they kind of do things. Whereas they're yelling at their soldiers, they're beating it into them. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I love throughout the entire movie, it keeps flipping back and forth, scene to scene, where you're at the cameras are at, Tom Cruise when he's in captivity, but being treated respectfully, as a prisoner of war. I mean, he's living, man, it was insane when we discovered that he's living with the people, that he's living with the woman that he killed her husband in battle. And when you stumble upon that scene, that kind of like, again, that's another one of those scenes where you sit in front of you, like you get on the edge of your seat. You're like, wow, that's like, the amount of respect in that culture is unbelievable. And Katsumoto put him there for a reason, I think, to live with him. Because the wife went to Katsumoto later and was like, why is he here? I don't want him here. I'll end my life, because I don't want him here anymore. And he was like, he's here for a reason. We don't know yet, but he's here for a reason. And eventually you find out he ends up falling in love with her,
Mm-hmm.
So again, that whole respect culture, I mean, it makes you want to live like a samurai, dude. It really does. It's awesome. The scene when Tom Cruise apologizes to her for killing her husband, what I like about it is they drew out that thought throughout the whole movie. Like, he found out pretty early, but maybe an hour into him finding out in our time is when he finally gets to sit down in front of her and says, I'm sorry, in their native tongue. He learns the language.
Right.
It was like super heavy. I teared up in that scene, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a shock. I tear up over everything, but yeah, I thought it was super cool. I'm telling you, it was such a good movie.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Really, really good movie, man.
Man,
And
I am floored.
it's seriously, it's one of the greatest movies I've seen in a long time. And I'll end with this. The last quote that I wrote down in the movie is when the Emperor kneels down in front of Tom Cruise at the end of the movie when he comes in with the samurai sword, and he said he was with Katsumoto in his final minutes, you know. And the Emperor says, "Tell me how he died," and he says, "I'll tell you how he lived."
Yep.
Dude, that got me. That got me, man.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, that was it. I know you guys weren't expecting that.
I was not expecting that
Me
from
neither,
you.
man.
I'm telling you, I loved it more than Batman. It was so
well,
good.
That's
Like I wrote so much down about this movie that I couldn't even go over all of it. I wanted to remember so much of this movie.
Yep.
A plus.
A plus.
I think it was a flawless movie.
Just before you came in this room, when you were in the bathroom, I was like, Ash, what do you think Jesse thought of this?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if he's gonna like the length of it. I don't know if he's gonna enjoy it as much as I did, but
It was long, but at the end of it, I'm so glad they took their time telling this story.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of time he was in captivity and basically nothing was really happening in the movie, but you can see him build that relationship with the people around him. Dude, I started off hating his Katsumoto's second in command, basically, which he's in a bunch of movies like this.
Yep.
You start off hating that character, and at the end of the movie, you're like heartbroken when he dies in battle.
Yep.
I mean, that character arc alone, you don't understand a word he's saying besides the subtitles, but you fall in love with that character, man.
Yeah.
I mean, when he's fighting them in the rain with the wooden swords, and he
Yep.
keeps getting up,
Yep.
you see the respect flip there. He kind of gets respect for Tom Cruise, and he's like, there could be something here. Yeah.
best scene is when Tom Cruise throws the sword at the end of the battle and
And finally kills
Yeah.
that guy.
So
Yeah.
satisfying.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad we got to see him die.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it's
good.
very satisfying.
It was. I did want to ask you one thing. So, in the movie, when they have the kind of towards the end, probably the start of the third act, when they have it's like the meeting of the elders or whatever it is.
The Emperor's advisors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katsumoto comes in like they didn't just have a battle against each other.
Mhm.
How did that dynamic work?
So the whole reason that the samurai came back to Tokyo was that the Emperor had sent him a formal summons to come back and sit on his board of advisors. And when Omura, who is the villain character, finds out that Katsumoto's coming back, he has a law passed that makes wearing swords illegal.
Do you remember that?
Knowing that Katsumoto will come into the council chamber wearing swords, which he does. And as soon as he enters, Omura says something along the lines of, I had to ask you to take your swords off. And Katsumoto says, my sword serves the Emperor. You know, only he can tell me to take the sword off. And the Emperor has a moment where he doesn't show strength and leadership, and he just bows his head.
Won't even look at him.
Right.
Didn't even make eye contact.
Which you can see the despair in Katsumoto's face when he does that. And Katsumoto says, then I can't take my sword off. And that's when he gets escorted out. So that's why. And there's that scene where the Emperor and Katsumoto are walking in the Emperor's garden, and the Emperor is asking him for advice, and Katsumoto gets down low and, you know, says something along the lines of, you have to find the wisdom to lead all of us. So it's very much that idea that the Emperor is a god in some way in that culture, but
And he seems torn,
mm-hmm.
right? The whole movie seems torn.
Yeah.
Between, I don't know, does he want to bring Western civilization into it? Like, why does he want to move forward as opposed to remembering their ancestors and how their way of life, you know?
Right. So the Emperor was torn over how modern to make Japan. And as the rest of the world, especially Europe, was modernizing, as countries do, they don't want to get left behind. And so it's based on actual events that happened in Japan, but Japan was trying to figure out how to maintain their cultural identity while also adopting the values of the West. And so you saw a lot of the emperor's advisors in suits rather than kimonos, and they were using Western weapons, guns, and the machine guns that end up killing the majority of the samurai. But the tension in the movie on that level is the emperor trying to decide how modern do you make your country versus not modern. And Omura is an embodiment of kind of the bad side of capitalism, right? He builds the railways in Japan and is so wealthy that he's basically the second in command below the emperor. And he has so much clout that up until the end of the movie, he's influencing the decisions that the emperor makes. Now, thankfully, at the end of the movie, the emperor says, I'm going to take all of your money and distribute it to my people, and it, in place of Omura being killed, he's completely dishonored. So, that's one of the tensions in the movie. That's what makes the movie so brilliant, though, is that there's so many levels of tension where maybe the first level is Tom Cruise himself, where he starts off in the beginning of the movie as a drunk and suffering from the decisions that he had made while he was fighting the Indians. And he says while he's in the village that there's a part where he's narrating himself, and he says, this place is the first place I've been in since I left the farm as a child. And
the longest he stayed in one place.
Right.
Yeah.
And that he's known untroubled sleep for the first time. And there's a conversation he has with Katsumoto where he talks about having nightmares because Taka, who is the woman that the house that Tom Cruise is staying in, tells Katsumoto that Tom Cruise is having these fits during the night where he's screaming, and Tom Cruise says, well, every warrior has nightmares, and Katsumoto says only one who is ashamed of what he has done. And so you see that not only is it the withdrawals from the alcohol addiction that Tom Cruise has to overcome, but it's also the darkness of his past that he has to overcome. So there's a hero's journey within Tom Cruise himself, in addition to the traditional culture of Japan being threatened, in which it ultimately is killed by modernization, right? Because in the end, Katsumoto kills himself. Ujiro, who is the warrior you were talking about that is very aggressive at the start of the movie, but he ends up dying. The samurai all die. So the modernization does take over, but the spirit still remains, which is the I'll tell you how he lived line at the end. But man, there's so much in the movie that's so good, like you said. I really liked the more times that I've watched the movie, the more I like the British guy that, you were talking about at the beginning, is translating the books.
I love that guy.
The Harry Potter character?
There's 2 Harry Potter people in that movie. Did you notice that?
Who's the other one?
There's 2 Harry Potter actors. The first guy that dies, the older gentleman, the general.
Oh, who does he play?
He's the headless guy, the headless ghost.
Oh.
Yeah. He's one of my favorite actors. He seems to be in like semi-minor roles in a lot of movies.
Mm.
He's very noticeable voice. Yeah, I think he's the headless ghost. And really, I think it's him. Anyway,
But
I like him a lot.
that the scene of him and the British man and Tom Cruise in that room when Tom first gets there, and the British man says, "I've always had this dread fascination with scalping. I've never quite understood the technique." And that just sets Tom Cruise off.
As he's kind of jovial, joking about, "Oh, I've always been interested in that," and he struck a chord with Tom
Right.
Cruise. You could tell.
Right.
Yeah.
That whole scene is just,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. But the scene that you were talking about with the army being called up not long after Tom gets there, and he's saying, these guys are not ready. He tells Mr. Graham is his name. He says, "Mr. Graham, tell this man if he does not shoot me, I will kill him." And he blows the guy's hat off, while he's standing there. But in addition to that being a representation of how inadequate the army is, Tom Cruise's character also would have been perfectly fine if the man had blown his head off, right?
Exactly. He wanted to die.
Right.
I think he mumbled it to himself. Didn't he say, "Please kill me"?
Yeah,
or
he's like,
something?
"Shoot me, damn it."
Yes.
Yep. So
Amazing.
there is extreme character development in Tom Cruise's character throughout, which I think is one of the best parts of the movie. But man, I can just go on and on about it. The soundtrack that Hans Zimmer did is just
Hans Zimmer did the music?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
The scene with Ujiro where they're fighting with the wooden sticks in the rain. Tom Cruise very much has to crawl his way out of the hole that he's in, but when he does, it's and I don't know if y'all call it, but in the battle, the first phase of it where they lure the army in and then they set the fire.
Yeah.
The guy that was assigned as the watchman or the bodyguard of Tom Cruise in the village, while they're fighting, the soldier has his rifle aimed right at Tom Cruise's back, and that old man jumps in front of the gun and gets shot.
Mm-hmm.
And earlier in the movie, Tom Cruise comes out of a night of where he's had the withdrawals and he's had the fight with Ujiro, and he wakes up the next day and he's all sore. He's like, "You're supposed to protect me, aren't you? Isn't that your job?"
Mm.
And then the guy ends up jumping in front of the gun in the end. And
Yeah.
so, and then Ujiro is like this characterization of the warrior. And even though the samurai custom was that when you're defeated, you fall on your sword, Ujiro doesn't do that. The final charge, I think he ends up just being killed by machine gun fire.
Mm-hmm.
But he went all the way to the end fighting, you know. So he does end up, in the beginning of the movie, he's very aggressive and more of a jerk, but then at the end of it, you know, him and Tom Cruise's character are very close.
I think the moment that changes when Tom Cruise yelled out to Katsumoto when the ninjas were on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that they were fighting together in that spot, I think that really solidified that he's here to protect, you know, Katsumoto and what they got going on there.
Right.
Yeah. And can we talk about the final battle scene after Katsumoto dies?
Yeah.
The entire army takes their hats off and kneels,
Right.
bends towards him. Man.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I take away from this movie is respect.
Yeah, it's respect, and then it's also a movie that positively portrays honor and courage.
Right.
And I think it's one of the best movies you've seen because you don't see that as often in movies now.
Yeah.
The ending of the movie, I'm curious if how much y'all paid attention to it. So Mr. Graham is narrating the end of it. This is after the scene with the Emperor, and he says something along the lines of, No one quite knows what happened to the American captain. Some say he returned to his country. Some say he died of his wounds, but others say he may have found some small measure of peace that all of us seek, but few of us ever find. And it shows Tom Cruise in the village at the end. Man, talk about
Yeah.
and the song that plays, Hans Zimmer named "A Small Measure of Peace," but it's like Tom Cruise's character had to do all of that searching, and then in the end, he finally finds something worth defending, and he returns to it. Fellas, I can go all night.
I know.
I'm telling you.
Can we get a cup of coffee sometime when we talk about this?
Yeah.
I loved it. I really did love the movie, man. I was shocked how into it I was. You know?
I'm shocked to hear that.
I know.
Man, that makes me happy.
I really did like it. A+, we'll watch again. I want to watch it again to miss whatever I missed.
Would you watch it in one sitting?
I don't know.
You
I
need
would
to
like
watch it
to
in
say
Blu-ray.
yes.
You need to watch it in Blu-ray.
I'll tell you this, it's in my Voodoo cart,
Yeah, it is.
ready to buy digitally. Digitally? Yeah. I really did like it. So you gave it a B, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why,
I would watch it
why
again.
not an A? Is there something there that you didn't?
I think there's too much fluff. I think it could have been shorter. I think it could have been shorter by probably 30 minutes.
Did you guys like the scene where he leaves after he's returned from the village, Tom Cruise's character, and he meets with Omura, and he leaves, and Omura tells his henchmen, follow him. If he goes near Katsumoto, kill him. And he runs into them in the streets, and Tom Cruise has that just like moment where he's hacking and slashing, and then that guy says the samurai are finished, and he cuts the guy's head off.
Yeah, that was intense. It really was. And that's when that kind of seemed like that part of the movie could have been like where, I guess that part of it was like, oh, this movie's coming to a close. And then after they escaped again and went back to their original village. So I can kind of see where you thought that it was a little long. But after watching it, I appreciated the pacing of it. It wasn't rushed. It was a well thought out story.
Definitely wasn't rushed.
Yeah.
They definitely told a story.
It's funny that Tim is complaining that the movie's too long when that's usually my complaint.
And Katsumoto's son dies.
Yeah.
That was his son? I thought it was his
On the bridge, right?
Yep.
That's
He
his
was
son?
shooting the arrows.
Yeah.
I thought it was his nephew.
Nope, that's his son.
What? How? So it was the wife's cousin? Brother? The wife's brother's son. Or is it the wife's son?
So
Because the wife and Katsumoto are brother and sister.
the wife is the uncle of the son who dies on the bridge.
The aunt?
Yes.
So...
The aunt. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Wow. And then the younger kids, were they her kids?
Yep.
Okay, they were all just in the same.
Yep.
Roof. Okay. Man, that's deep. That makes it way more hurtful for me.
I actually teared up several times watching that scene because Katsumoto has to leave his son there to die, because if he doesn't leave, he will die too, and he has to go back and lead the.
Man, that scene's so much more heavy now.
Yep.
Wow.
And not long after they leave, him and Tom Cruise are sitting by the campfire, and Katsumoto's contemplating suicide. And Katsumoto says, "I can die by my sword or by my enemies," and Tom Cruise says, "Let it be your enemies." It's like, fellas,
Let's do it.
there's about to be some bloodshed.
Yeah. Wow. Cool, man. I loved the movie. I really did. I'd love to talk more about it.
Let's do it.
So, Tim, I think it's your turn to pick this
It is.
week, isn't it?
What's up next?
I don't like when you start having that grin, like you're going to punish me with what you're about to pick. If it's Kill Bill 2, I'm going to be upset.
Fellas, it is my turn to pick this week. And we are going all the way back to 1987.
Whoa.
Ooh.
We are going to a movie on Netflix. I have seen it once. It is called
Is it comedy?
The Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys.
Ever heard?
I've never heard of
Wait,
this.
wait, wait. Is this based on Peter Pan's The Lost Boys?
No.
Oh.
It is a movie. I don't want to talk too much into it. I enjoyed it. I like it a lot. It is a vampire movie.
Oh.
Not horror.
Intriguing.
Not horror.
How long is it?
Don't worry. It's not 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Because
I don't want to get too much into it, but it is my kind of movie.
I don't like your kind of movies. Can I be blunt?
Go for it.
I don't like your kind of movies, man.
But that's why we're doing this.
Yeah, you're right. All right, fine. Now, we did talk about, are we going to do this for next week, or are we going to take a week off?
Listen, it's up to you guys. If you guys watch it before Thursday, let me know. If you don't, let me know.
All right. If not,
I'm going to
we'll just
watch
push
it
back a
again.
week.
I'm going to watch it this week.
I'll probably have time to watch it.
I mean, we have till Friday, so
Yeah. Let's see if you guys agree with me on this, because you're going to be starting a new job this week.
Yeah.
He's unemployed right now. So are you gonna have a busy week? You think you're gonna have time to watch a movie?
Am I gonna have a busy
Are you gonna
week?
want to?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you gonna have the mental capacity to watch a movie?
Let's do this. If I have the chance to watch it, let's talk about it next week. If not, be prepared to
No pressure.
to wait,
Okay, that's fine.
no pressure. I'll watch it twice.
because I feel like we're going to have a lot to talk about at the cabin.
Listen,
next week.
I'm
Yeah.
curious about these topics. You guys both say we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So
And
We're
just-
gonna be
just what
spending
we've done
so
for it.
much money on
I'm-
Saturday.
timestamp that.
We're gonna be spending
so much
Ashton,
money on
timestamp this
Saturday.
because next week when we're in Tennessee, Jesse's gonna be like, I can't. Buy
Well, listen,
this,"
I already know of $70 he's going to spend.
which is
70.
The Lego Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
Tim, that's only $45.
I thought you said it was 70.
No,
And you said Tim.
Seinfeld was 70.
Oh.
Christmas tree's 45, my friend.
Ooh.
Remember, then you said that's like $22.50 a tree.
You're exactly right. Yeah, I'm buying two.
Wait, what? Wait, why? Why?
I already told you that.
You're buying two?
I said I'm buying two, as in
Also?
like, I'm buying also. Yeah,
Dang it.
I'm not. But I'm glad you guys are.
I don't care.
it's going on the desk at work.
Yeah, it is.
At
and
work.
it's going right here, December
work.
1st. Right here on the table. I'm excited. And I'll tell you this. Yeah, we don't have to get into that. We're spending so much money on Saturday that we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Tim, can we talk about these meats?
Yeah, where are you going to
So-
buy meats from?
Walmart.
Yeah.
He made it sound like he was going to like a meat
The
store.
man said he
like,
wanted meats and
So-
and coffee.
that's
So-
all he's spending his money on is meats in the
So
deli.
we're doing steaks. We're doing bacon. We're doing brats.
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 Yeah, we're doing brats.
Why?
For a Saturday game day, we're doing brats
Ooh.
and burgers.
I don't like brats.
I got to make sure I remember mustard.
Spicy brown mustard.
Spicy brown mustard.
There we go,
think
baby.
All right, Dan.
I
I think we need to make a shopping list.
yeah. We'll. Ooh.
Yes.
Put it in the notes, fellas.
I got you. You got it?
Put it.
You got
Put
it.
it in the notes.
Shared notes?
Yes, shared notes.
Okay.
We're doing. I think we should get the list done before we get into the store.
100%. But we can deviate.
We can. We're doing.
The list is a suggestion.
We're doing steaks, bacon.
What are we feeling for dessert?
I'm not getting on dessert yet. We're still getting on the food. We're doing poppers.
I'm
we're
thinking
doing,
desserts.
We're doing cheese sticks. We're doing everything for game day. And then I mean
And then?
for breakfast, we don't really have to worry about breakfast. Honestly, I was going to ask you guys, I think we should go out for breakfast on Saturday.
No, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Go to the little coffee shop we were
Yeah,
talking about.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's
I
open.
think that coffee shop was closed when we went.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go out.
Okay. So we didn't even ever have to worry about breakfast?
No. Because we're only there for one morning.
And then we leave Sunday morning. We'll stop
Yeah.
at Starbucks.
Yeah. Listen, you leave the grilling to me, fellas.
I'm all right with that.
I'm here for it.
All right. Wait, so
Are
We
we
don't
going to
have
make
to.
asparagus?
no, we have to. We have to do asparagus.
Asparagus, corn on the cob. Oh, we're doing. Listen, green beans. We're doing. It's gonna be lavish. It's gonna
Thanksgiving,
be
I
big.
guess?
It's gonna
It's
be
gonna be
lavish.
explosive. It's gonna be. It's the cabin trip 2022.
That's right. We are
Part 2.
titling
Part
next
2.
week's episode the cabin trip.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what we're doing. Cabin trip 1.
The cabin trip. Yeah.
Are we gonna count it as? We gotta
So,
just count it as 1.
Every 6 months we're doing this, right? So
Yeah.
technically we're doing it again
February.
in February.
Yeah.
Early February.
Hopefully we don't have another blizzard. Won't get my car up the mountain.
Hopefully we have
Hopefully
another
we
blizzard.
do.
What are you talking about?
Get trapped up there.
We'll have Savannah's 4x4 car by then.
Ooh.
Timestamp that.
No, don't timestamp that.
Timestamp that.
Oh my.
That's a promise, Ash.
Yeah, it is.
I love when Jesse just says things
I know.
with no consequence, thinking he's
a
not
lot
being
of-
recorded.
It's a lot of rum and cokes getting in my body right now.
All right, folks. So before we just continue to make a grocery list, let's
That's
let's
really good
jump back
content.
to salvage the
It is.
salvaging the episode. So maybe we can jump to shoes because I've purchased 2 pairs this week.
And I have a whole list to talk about. Let me get you guys involved with
Excellent.
the
Go ahead and send some links and some pics while I'm giving a debrief.
Give
So,
a debrief.
I finally got, after almost 3 weeks of waiting, the Asics collab with Bodega. They are called the Tambourine Greens, and they look fresh.
They do.
So I'm excited about those. I'm going to wait to wear those for the cabin trip. And then
It looked like someone ripped up the felt off a pool table and threw it on your shoes.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
It's 100% a compliment. I'm here for it.
So I'm very happy with them. They look good. I'm hoping that Tim will get the other colorway, the blue and the yellow that he's been looking at. Speaking of yellow, I happen to have on my feet right now the Taxi Cab mids, Jordan 1s, and the highs just so happen to be releasing tomorrow. I have enlisted,
That's tomorrow?
yes,
Holy
tomorrow
crap.
at 10 a.m. I have enlisted Jesse's help, possibly Tim's if he's not busy. I hope to score on those. And then
I'm still 50-50 on if I want them or not.
that's okay. That's okay.
But if I
respect it.
don't,
Yep, that's fine.
your name will be in it.
So those will be the last pair of Jordans I buy this year, with the exception of the Lost and Found pair, if those are released in 2022. Next on the docket for shoes is...
Jesse made a purchase this week.
Yeah, you
Don't
did.
look through them yet.
Okay, fine.
Next on the docket, I got to buy a pair of New Balances. Tim has been sending some fresh pairs.
I think
And-
every day I'm sending him like 2 pairs.
Tim keeps talking about the New Balance wave that's going to come. I think he's right. So New Balances are going to be on the docket. My name is Ashton, and I am now done.
Did you like that video I sent you guys of that Lego YouTuber with the New Balances on his feet?
Yeah, that was funny.
Talking about these guys. Wow, so these shoes you just sent us.
Hold on, Ash,
So what
get
we're looking at?
involved. Okay, so we're all
Jesse
on-
made a purchase this week.
Oh yeah, do that first. Jesse, stop scrolling through the shoes.
Why?
You
You sent
said-
us 4 photos. I'm going to look at them.
Wait, you said you were gonna. I said we were gonna look at them together, and then you said you made a purchase. Talk about
Yeah.
your purchase first.
I just got Air Jordan 1 mids, the bread toes. There's nothing fancy. What's in this
Just.
photo?
Just
They're still in stock.
you were so hyped about
Why
it.
do you
was
want to
hyped about
downplay him?
I still love them. Here's what happened.
Aren't you happy you got him?
Yes, here's what happened. Speaking of Dan again, I texted Dan. Oh no, we were on the phone yesterday when I was at work. I was like, "Hey man, I got this pair of shoes Wednesday. I'm pretty excited about it." He goes, "Oh, which ones?" I said, "The bread toes, the mids." He goes, "Oh, so the ones you already have?" Those words have been echoing in my brain ever since he said that, and it kind of killed my shoe.
Because you have the lows.
Because I have the lows. He's like, oh, the shoes you already have.
That doesn't make any sense.
They're the same shoe.
Typical Dan.
I'm not going to return them, but I'm saying now it's like I'm not excited. I'll tell you this, though. I'm probably never going to wear those lows again because
Honestly,
the tongue is
I'm
stupid.
not trying to bash on those lows, but
Oh, here we go.
that tongue.
My first shoe.
That was
Relax.
your first shoe?
It was my first Jordan.
So there's a difference between OG Jordan 1 lows and Jordan 1 lows. OG Jordan 1 lows are like the pink ones Dan has with the small tongue.
The good tongue.
The nice leather.
A tongue you want to
Yeah.
have on your foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks good. Or like the ghost.
There you go.
The ghost.
The ghost greens, my man.
So why did they start doing that tongue?
They did it for like GR pairs. So like
What's that?
general release, like produced massively. So shoes that are easy to get, people who are a fan of Jordans but don't want to pay the extreme high price.
Learn something new every day.
That's how they sucker people in.
I don't ever want to wear those shoes again.
I don't think you will.
I won't. Why now I need another pair of lows to replace those though.
Mm-hmm.
The
pair
powder blues.
Or a pair of SB Dunks that might be
Speaking
releasing
of SB Dunks,
a week from today. A week from
We
tomorrow.
got a lot of heat coming out
How
in
do
the
you
cabin trip.
I'm telling you.
We got a lot of heat coming
It
out.
may be 47 degrees at the cabin, but it's going to be hot.
listen, listen, Tim. You don't need to. You can't afford 2 pairs of shoes next weekend. Okay.
I can't
You
afford
said
one
it-
pair of
You
shoes.
said it yourself. Here's what I think you should do. You focus on the Air Jordan 4s.
That's-
Let me handle the SB Dunks. What do you
That's always
say?
been my focus.
What do you say?
The fours have always been my focus.
What do you say?
Those
Why don't
SBs,
you-
those SBs were just for strictly selling. If I was
Yeah,
to
but
get them,
don't you like your friend more than making a couple bucks?
I said I think I already text confirmed that I was going
You
to go
didn't
for his
confirm.
size.
You said I have a week to decide. You didn't confirm.
No, I said I have a week to decide on the fours.
Oh,
I said
yeah, but you said sure. I don't like your sure answer.
What else
so
do you want me to
passive-
say?
That's so passive aggressive. That's like saying you want to get tacos for dinner. Sure. No one's excited about that. You should be happy.
Oh my god!
Listen.
What more do you need me to say?
I saw when you said sure. I was like, he's still gonna get him in his size. That's what I thought.
Listen. I am so confident that I'm not going to get them. I will go for your size.
Timestamp.
I already was.
Ashton's going for me. You're going for me. Navarro's going for me. Savannah's going for me. Jesse's going for me.
You've
If
got
I-
to get them.
If I don't get these
No.
shoes,
It's just not meant to be.
then it's just not meant to be.
If you don't get the shoes, we'll all delete sneakers.
So we're going for the SB Dunks and then the fours for 10.
Size 12. If anyone else is listening online,
Okay.
send it to me.
You know what's annoying
Trey?
sometimes about sneaker releases is I'll tell my brother and my sister-in-law, and they'll be like, "Who cares?" And I'm like, "The shoe is selling for $2,000 versus $200 you're spending on. You're telling me you don't want to go for them?
Probably because they know they're not going to get them.
Then it doesn't make any sense though."
I know. You're right. Even Savannah went for those.
And I know Ashton's mom and all his brothers went for them too.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? So, SB Dunks, I want them really bad.
I will let you know though, SB Dunks are the hardest thing to get
I
over
understand that.
Jordans.
I will tell you this. I'm going to make a bold statement right now.
Mm-hmm.
You writing this down?
Mhm.
SB Dunks will be the last pair of Jordans I go for this year. Besides the lost and founds, like Ashton said.
They're not Jordans, but we'll go for it.
Are they not? What are they?
They're dumb.
Will they be the last pair of Nikes you go for
Nikes.
this year?
They're the last pair of Nikes I will go for in 2022. Wait. Did you just send us some
Hold
shoes
on,
that
don't
are coming
look
out?
yet. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna start.
We
We're gonna
should-
start on the
before I make a
photos.
bold statement, do I need to look through these shoes?
Tim, walk us through.
Okay, so this is the Trophy Room 7s coming out.
Yep.
Trophy Room is a store owned by Michael Jordan's son. It is in Florida. I think it's Miami.
Yeah.
Miami. Great Jordan 7. I would go for these, but they're only going to be released in the store and probably a couple $1,000s.
So why are you showing us these?
Only released in the store.
Yeah,
What a rip.
So why are we looking at them?
they're great.
Next.
These are
Oh, these are beautiful.
amazing.
These will not be the last pair of shoes that I go for
I
this
thought
year.
you said these were children's shoes.
Kids only.
Why are you showing me these shoes we cannot get?
We're just talking about sneakers.
No.
They do look really good.
They look great.
New Balance. This segment sucks.
Hey, we're still on the Nike One highs.
Why are you? They're kids' shoes. Why are we looking at these shoes?
For
if we
appreciation.
cannot
We
get them.
can't talk about shoes.
No, I don't like to see something I cannot obtain.
Look, we look at it, Selena Gomez all the time.
We can't have Selena Gomez.
That's right.
All right, returning to the Jordan 1 highs.
We don't deserve Selena Gomez.
We're gonna go past those. It's a cool UNC colorway.
It
I
is.
would rock that.
Those are mids.
Those are mids. Oh,
Ooh.
let me tell you,
He put his phone down. He burnt his fingertips on this fire.
I would love to own these shoes.
Yeah.
What are they? Describe them. Poop brown.
They are
New Balance.
New Balances in a nice brown colorway.
Hey, I can wear those at work.
Chocolate brown.
Chocolate brown.
What can brown do for you?
Okay, now this is a great shoe, but we're looking at one more shoe. Wait,
Are we scrolling?
wait.
No.
This last shoe doesn't have a release date. It's coming out this year, though. No release
Ooh.
date.
Is it Nike?
It's a New Balance, and I
don't
think
care.
you both are gonna love the colorway,
I think he is too.
as I do, and I'm pretty hyped about it. All right, let's go. Ooh,
Ooh.
tell me how you feel.
Jess?
Listen, I've been trying to get Jesse just to commit to a New Balance.
I cannot get over the New Balance look. I'm not a 37-year-old dad yet with high top white
Listen,
socks.
if
I
this
can't
is
wear them.
if this is what 37-year-olds wear, I want to be a 37-year-old because this shoe is
You're getting
sexy
close.
as hell.
You're getting close. I don't.
I want this shoe so much. The baby blue just does it for me. And this model, the 9060,
I don't understand the draw. I don't understand. The color's great. You're right. I don't.
Ash, put your 2 cents in it because Jesse's bringing me down.
Yeah, no, I like this. I want to see. I would like to see something with green. I know that y'all are a fan of the blue, but green, orange. I want to see some more.
Do you like
colorways.
the shoe model?
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed by those 4 photos you just sent me.
There looks like there is a ton of support.
Yeah.
In that shoe.
It looks very comfortable. That's an
It does.
That's one way to put it.
So I have more shoes to show you, but I don't want to throw everything at one time.
Yeah, well, wait. Let's ease into it because this one was a freaking bust.
I don't think the man's happy.
I'm not happy. You showed me 4 pairs, 2 of which are impossible for me to put on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2, I'm 15 years too young to wear.
Fellas, let me tell you, I'm pulling up something on my iPhone 14 Pro. That
What color is it?
it happens to be the deep purple.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we've got the yellow taxis. Can I tell you something that I'm quite envious of? I wish that we were getting these nice lemon yellow Air Maxes. They happen to be called Tourer yellow that the ladies are getting.
Mm-hmm.
That unfortunately they don't make in my size.
You're a half size away, aren't you?
I sure am.
Must be nice, Tim.
I like that colorway a lot.
I do.
It's cool.
I like it a lot.
I do as well. Jesse, are you going for the black and dark powder blues?
They're 140.
They are indeed.
No, I'm not.
You're not going for those?
You are? I
No.
mean, that looks like an Ashton shoe. It
No,
really
I
does.
was about to say this looks like a Jesse shoe.
Really? Don't talk me into this
I'll
right
I'll
now.
throw you on the sideline. That looks like a me shoe, and I'm gonna go for it.
Are you?
Heck yeah, I'm going for that shoe.
Tim, do I need to go for you?
Wait. Tim's spitting something
The
up.
man's
Oh.
spinning in his executive chair over there.
I'll tell you what. No, I'm gonna go with my gut. I don't. I don't know. I don't think so.
I will say though, Jess, it's a classic OG Jordan 1 low with the small tongue.
Yeah, that's true. I need to replace mine. Now that you crapped on my other ones.
No, I think Dan did.
That's true.
Is anyone going to go for the Dunk Low Argons?
Try and stop me. I'm going for them in Ashton size 11.
Are you?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Wait. Argon. I'm going to go in Ashton size.
Yeah, size 11.
What about the Wolf Grays? And
Oh, yeah, I'm going for those.
Hey, why are we skipping over?
Did you see the price tag on those, though?
It's too expensive for me.
why?
Do you see the word premium in that title?
No.
No, I see
Oh.
platinum.
Well, I don't know why they chose to be 160 over 160.
Yeah, it's
160.
stupid.
It's got some kind of fancy shoelace.
Why are we skipping over the SB Dunks here?
Well, we've already talked about those.
Tim, size 12?
You'll be with me. I will go for a size 12.
I've already told you I'm going for him for you.
Hey, Ash, we're both going for the Jordan 4s for Tim, right? 10 and a half?
Correct.
Yeah.
10 and a
getting
half,
wishes.
releasing October 1st.
Cabin trip.
If I get early access, Tim has already told me to smash the buy button as fast as possible. So,
Well, that was before today's debacle.
It doesn't matter.
Listen, think about it this way. If they release on October 1st, then you technically won't have to pay the credit card bill until November.
That's right. And if you buy it on a credit card, it's basically free for that day anyway.
But
You're not spending any
technically,
money.
it's not my credit card. It's yours. So that means I would have to pay you right away.
Yeah.
But it won't come due until the next month.
And we don't charge interest either.
Okay, the only thing holding me back from this shoe isn't the money. It's the red on the tongue. How do we feel about that red
Stand
hint?
by. I got to pull this
Stand
up.
by. Stand by.
It's
Stand by.
it's all neutral colors until you hit the tongue.
It's not that.
On the bottom of the
It's
sole
not
is
that
red.
overt. Though.
No, on the
You-
tongue.
You only the signature is in red.
Yeah,
That's nothing. You don't even notice that.
it's just
No, that's tasteful. That's what I call tasteful, Tim. That's what it is. It's there's the shoe looks gorgeous and it's a little splash of hey, look, this is his signature here.
it is a nice clean color though.
No, even if you said I don't want these, I'd still get them for you.
Gosh, the price tag is just.
I know it's a lot of money. So you better pay me back real
Why
quick.
did they have to increase prices?
Every shoe though.
They don't need to increase prices.
No. You know want to know why, Ashton? Let me give you a little lesson in economics.
Please.
We're still gonna buy them. That's the problem.
Yes.
People will still buy them because they still want them.
Yes. Fellas, I'm feeling good about the taxis.
I think you'll get them.
I totally didn't even realize it was tomorrow.
Yeah, 10 a.m. And if I, it's a game time decision, Ash. If I decide not to go for them, your size is going in.
What a guy. What a guy.
But usually, I'm not trying to jinx it, but you should be good because usually when they do a full size run of all four different, they usually make a good amount of shoes. And they did all four sizes, all four different ones. Toddlers, kids, women's, and men.
I'm gonna be happy to get these for you, Ashton.
I have a question, Ash. If all three of us hit on these, would you double up?
No.
Double up. Why would he have two pairs?
I'm not spending
to keep-
$360.
To keep one on ice until he ruins one.
Keep one on ice.
You think we're all gonna hit on those? I don't think so. It's
I just said
sneakers.
hypothetically.
It's sneakers. I don't think we're gonna.
I think Dan said he's going for 5 pairs of shoes this month.
I'm not surprised.
I think
Dan
he's
said
going for the
that.
taxis.
As in September?
No, well, end of September to October.
There's only 7 days left.
Well,
This-
he's
it-
going for the taxis, the 4s, the powder blues, the dunks, and the
Daniel, no more big purchases. Key watts.
yeah. He's been supposed to be saving for a house.
Listen, guys, I do want to point out the Jordan 1 High Heirlooms
Yes,
are currently $3 below retail.
I didn't talk to you about those. I talked to Dan about those. I was looking at those on StockX and Goat, and they're like barely above or at retail.
Right now, a size 11 is $177.
But just so you know, the black is canvas. It's not actual leather.
Interesting.
So
I do see that.
if that changes your mind,
Oh, I'm not going for them.
oh, never mind.
No,
They look too similar to the pollens I already have.
That's true.
I keep forgetting this man. Listen,
Can we go over Ashton's collection? Is that
Ashton
what we're
low
about to do
key
right
likes
now?
to keep it on the low, but he has a pretty mean.
I think he still has a lot of
sneaker
pairs he's never
collection.
worn around
Yeah.
this before.
He doesn't like to mention anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the man's packing a closet full of fire, and I'm surprised his house hasn't burnt down yet. He's got stuff in the box, brand new still from last year.
Do you? He does. That's why he's laughing so
Yeah,
hard.
he does.
I wish I still kept my boxes. How stupid am I for doing that?
You don't have any boxes?
I have like one.
For what?
I don't know.
You threw. Oh.
Because I started wearing them, and I was like, what's the point? I wore them. I'm not going to put them back in the box.
Boxes throw down like 30% of the value.
I'm not. I know. What? I know. I know.
But those hair chases look good on your feet.
The
They
what?
do.
Thank you, man. Thank you. This is my only pair of highs.
Dan
Oh,
likes to
only
point out.
pair?
Dan likes to point out that he still has Ashton's size in his closet.
I thought he returned those.
Did he?
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
you
he
did
returned
too.
those. He returned them. Yeah, this is my only pair of highs I have. It's pretty
Do you-
embarrassing.
Do you notice a difference between highs and mids?
Me?
Yeah.
I prefer mids.
But do you notice a difference?
Do you really?
Mm-hmm. I like the more freedom I have with like moving my leg around a little bit. I feel like with the highs, it's very like it's highs. It's too much. My feet get hotter. You can tell it's. I prefer lows, mids. Mids. I prefer mids.
The gate I just kicked in there.
That was funny. That was very funny.
Yeah, it was.
Listen, I hope though
Uh-huh.
that on the cabin trip we don't hold back on the drinks.
I don't have to drive anywhere.
Exactly. I hope we don't hold back.
Hey, do you have anything in mind for the package store visit we're going to do before?
Oh, we're gonna do a group visit.
I thought we were going to buy something really nice.
Do you want to do a group visit? I was just gonna buy it myself and bring it.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll send you money though.
Yeah, this is like a fancy cocktail. We're gonna split it.
What we're saying, Tim, is spare no expense.
Wait.
I kind of actually want to do a group visit then.
I think it's more of a
Listen,
thing.
we've got to go to Hudson Bridge anyways.
So we'll stop at that liquor store on the way up.
Yes, my favorite one.
Wait. Which one? Eagles Landing Bottle Shop?
Hmm?
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll all meet here, get in the Tucson, and head to the liquor store.
I can't wait.
I'm excited. Yeah, let's do that.
Let
What
me
do
tell
you need besides whiskey in an old fashioned?
You need
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. We're drinking old fashions next week.
So you need an
Spread-
orange
Yep.
to peel. You need the cherries. You don't have to do both, but I want to do both because
Mhm.
it looks better.
Let's make it right.
You do whiskey of preferred choice.
Mhm.
I was going to say if you want to do a cheaper alternative, we do Jack.
No,
No, this is a once every 2 year event.
Okay.
2 years.
And twice. Someone help
So
me.
it's
This is a biannual event.
it's really not that many things. It's bitters to do, like not make the alcohol as strong. You do cherry, orange, and then one big cube of ice.
Ooh.
That's the problem, though. Where are we going to find the ice?
Like a Death
ha-
Star cube?
How many of those do you have?
2.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's a problem.
I'll take care of it.
You'll take care of
I'll
it?
take care of it.
We have a week, so.
I'll take care of it.
The
Okay.
man seems like he's got.
They say use. I watched videos on YouTube about old fashions because I was prepping. They say use a block of big ice so it keeps
Does a
it doesn't melt as fast.
block of ice?
like one.
Will a sphere
one big,
work?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah. So it's only 3 ingredients.
Okay.
Right.
Can we get all of it at the bottle shop or?
We'll have to get the
I mean, we're
cherries
hitting
and
Walmart
stuff.
on the
way up.
Walmart.
The liquor store that my dad goes to on where is it?
I deliver to it. It's the Panhandle Bottle Shop off of Terra Boulevard.
Yes, Terra Boulevard. They have a whole aisle of bitters and stuff like that you use to mix, but I've never seen it at my liquor store. So I don't know if the one on Hudson Bridge will have that selection.
Uh-huh.
Well, either way, we're hitting Walmart on the way up anyway, so we can stop there.
But we do need, let me tell you the exact thing we need.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what we're looking for. It's not expensive. I just don't know where it will be. I'm excited.
What are you talking about?
Bitters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can pick all that stuff up at Walmart.
You need 2 dashes of per drink of Angostura bitters.
Sure.
Okay.
So that's what we need. Oh, and we need to put a sugar cube in it and smash it before we pour the whiskey.
Okay.
That's what we need. So the whiskey, sugar cube, bitters, and the cherries and orange. That's it.
So we got to remember to bring the ice cube trays up there. That's part of it. I'm going to have to make quite a list of things to bring up there because we got to remember all of this podcast equipment also.
Can you type in the ingredients for on the notes? So I'll tell you exactly what we need, and you type it in. The whiskey.
All right. Got it?
Sugar cubes.
Okay.
Bitters.
Okay.
Orange and cherry.
Okay.
That's it.
I mean, that's what you want to hear.
Excellent. Okay.
Ice cube trays will be here tomorrow.
You took care of it.
What kind of connections
What'd I tell you?
have?
I got a guy.
Yeah, you do.
Took care of it.
I think it's going to be a good cocktail to drink in the mountains.
And I will say this. I know for a fact I've tried old fashions in the past and I don't like them. But I think the whole vibe, I'm gonna try to start there new.
They say it's a slow sipper. Like you're not supposed to drink it. Like chug it like we do with like that. So
It's what you call Tennessee sipping whiskey.
What kind of whiskey are we thinking? Are we gonna see what speaks to us when
I
we're
think
up
we
there?
should see what we got.
We need something nice.
Yeah.
Billy might be someone good to ask.
That's actually a good point. He's got money. He can afford good whiskey.
I was talking to my dad a couple of days ago, and he was giving me some good whiskeys too.
Your dad, yeah, I forgot about that.
I've heard Whistle Pig is very good. And then he talks about another one that he got recently.
My dad was also telling me about Tom Collins cocktail. He was
Listen, I'm upset we're not drinking the Tom Collins right now. Ash was with me when you texted us that, and I was like, "Ooh, the Tom Collins."
He was with you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then you were when we both said, "Yeah, let's drink that." You go, "Okay, I'll surprise you. I'll let you know." And you wouldn't tell us. I want to drink a Tom Collins.
We can. We will. I'm scared to do new cocktails. I don't want to F them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, you're 2 for 2.
What if we got Hennessy?
I say we go to the liquor store and ask one of the people there what is a good whiskey to mix with an old fashioned and see what they recommend.
Okay, so I have a lady there that
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Really?
I'll ask her.
I say
okay.
I say we see what they say.
You can't buy Hennessy is I think it starts at $100 a bottle.
I'm
And
not
you-
against that.
Is there something else I can help with?
Shut up, Siri.
No one called you.
No one even said anything close to that.
They don't have Hennessy.
Hennessy?
They don't have Hennessy on the shelves.
That's
So-
something I want. I want to ask for a bottle.
They have to actually pull it out from behind the
Yeah, they do.
counter.
That's what I want.
That's right.
Cool. So that's what we're doing. We need to remember to bring glasses also. We need good glasses.
I think those are good.
Think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah,
We could take those.
because it's not a lot of like different mixes. It's just basically whiskey with like a dash
Mhm.
of
Okay.
something else.
All right.
Those are good. Do you have 3 of those?
I have 6 of those.
We'll bring 3 of those. Actually, bring 2 of them.
I'll
I
bring
got-
all 6.
I got
'cause we'll
my
be 3
I got
and
my
3.
own whiskey glass that I got for my birthday that I want to bring on the cabin trip.
Listen, I'm not
Fix
gonna
that.
I'm not gonna say who bought it for him, but it's a damn good glass.
Is it?
That's all I'm gonna say.
I will say though, I try to make the ice cube and the silicone isn't sealed on the side, so it leaks through and it won't make the perfect slant.
I don't like that.
But it's still a great looking glass, and I'm gonna bring it.
Dang, I want to get a whiskey glass now.
It's a cool glass. I like my initials on it. What a gift!
Ooh, he put some thought into his gifts.
Yeah.
Speaking of thoughts into gifts, I just ordered both of your guys' Christmas gifts. And might I say, I don't want to hype it up too much, but I think it's gonna be a home run.
I know what I'm getting you to. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet.
I bought my first Christmas gift yesterday.
For who?
My mother.
Shoes?
No, not shoes.
You can't say because does she listen?
She will be, yes.
Oh
So you
my
can't say.
goodness!
Ooh.
So can't
Your mother
spoil
is a delight. She's good people.
But
So you can't even say it.
it's actually something that she casually mentioned to me 2 or 3 months ago, and right after we talked about it, I typed it
There
in my
you go.
note
There you go.
and pulled the trigger on it yesterday. But I am ready for the holiday season. I have a very good idea of what I'm going to get the two of you, and I'm already looking forward to the holiday podcast,
Yeah, me too.
the gift exchange. It's going to be fun.
It's gonna be gift exchange, holiday cocktail taste testing, favorite Christmas movies, decorations
Lego
in the
Christmas
basement.
trees all over the table.
Oh my!
It's gonna be festive as in here.
I love it. I love it. I can't wait, man.
We got to get through Halloween and Thanksgiving first, and then we'll
Well, let's not rush through them. Those are both
No.
good holidays on their
They
own
are.
now. Yeah. I've got 2 ideas for each of you, and I'm trying to narrow down if I want to choose between the 2 or just say,
Both.
to hell with it. I'll just do both of them.
Do we have a price limit of what we're going for?
Usually I spend $100 on each person.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
usually what I
that's-
do.
That's how I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I think me and Tim may be tag teaming a gift. Are you still going with that one, or you want to do something else? For you.
I'll let you know. It's still in the works. I'm
Okay.
still looking around.
Okay.
Let me tell you, fellas, the gifts you gave me last Christmas just scratched me right where I itched. I got a collector's Dostoevsky novel. Tim gave me some Lupin figures from the 80s.
Which I didn't even realize because I didn't watch it, but now I did. I was like, damn.
You want those figures, don't
I
you?
like those figures.
Well,
Yeah.
hate to tell you, but
Did you keep them sealed or did you open them?
oh no, they're sealed.
Oh,
I'm not opening those.
good for you.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, so we got a beautiful vacation coming up. I'm pretty excited, even though it's just a short weekend.
The old fashions, the cigars, the food, the drinks, the money being spent by Jesse and Ashton. Like Jesse said, he's spending so much money.
I said we. I think you're a part of that.
If I get the forest, technically I'm spending so much money.
Yeah.
That's my vacation splurge if I get
Okay,
those.
that's fine. Listen, no judgment here. God bless. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
I'm just looking forward to the quiet.
Mhm.
You got that right.
Last time we went, when we stepped outside, you couldn't even hear a car.
Yep.
And I was like, this is
You only
so
heard the
peaceful.
cows mooing.
Listen, I don't think we can overstate how clean the air is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely talk.
When you get in the mountains and you breathe that air in, it's like, man, we really do live in a pollution-filled. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't even think about this until a couple of days ago. Even though it's going to be like, I mean, it's fall weather and stuff, the visualization of fall is what we're going to be seeing up there. Leaves are potentially going to be falling off the tree. I mean, we're going to be seeing through the mountains. Freaking excited. You know, there's a big TV in that welcome area over there with the pool table. Could be potentially watching some football, playing some pool and ping pong.
Alabama, Arkansas, October 1st.
I mean, It's hard to state how excited we are about this trip, even though we've been talking about it for 5 straight weeks on record.
I don't think we talked about it every podcast.
I think we have.
Did we?
Ashton saying yes. I think it comes up every single week.
I'm not upset by it.
I'm not either. I like vacation.
It's
And I
not
like
even
the
a
cabin.
vacation. It's just a getaway from
It's a
the
reset.
BS.
I call it a reset.
Yeah.
It's a good reset trip.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
A good reset.
Mm-hmm.
Are you bringing cards? As in sealed product
Playing
that I'm
cards?
going to open on the trip.
That you're going to open.
I'm asking you this question.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Tim?
Hell no.
No. I
Hell
thought you
no.
were bringing something to open.
No.
Who else was bringing something to open?
No, I hate to burst your bubble, but I don't have anything.
You said you were going to bring something to open on the trip. Wow, I'm actually, now I'm upset about the trip.
I feel like the
So-
man has MetaZoo that he needs to open.
I do have MetaZoo product I can open. I just don't care about opening cards, so I don't want to.
What did you have? You were bringing something on the trip to open.
I was going to bring the tops. But
Yeah, bring them. Open them. You bought those for the cabin. You're going to have to because I got some stuff.
But see, you enjoy opening stuff. I don't.
Not really anymore.
Yeah, you do.
We've been talking about it for a year, so I was following up with my word.
For those of you who don't know, Jesse is an avid Pokemon card collector, and he doesn't like to brag, but he has quite the collection worth thousands.
You guys ready to wrap this up?
And
I don't open anymore, though.
he has a very beautiful sealed Pokemon collection in Jesse's closet.
Corell's Closet. We know this.
But every now and then he likes to open some sealed products for get-togethers or special events, and he has
Like tomorrow?
carefully tucked away a couple sealed boxes for the cabin trip, and he's very upset that we are not opening with him. But I would like to say that he shouldn't be upset because he's still going to have a great opening and enjoy it either way.
Can I give you guys a bit of a teaser?
Please.
I already know.
I have something that you're going to be surprised by, Ashton. Tim, I have something you're going to be surprised by.
Are you opening the Star Wars cards?
I have something you're going to be surprised by.
Oh my God. He came prepared, Ash.
Just let that sit in for a minute.
Timestamp.
And don't let him forget it.
It's already in my bag.
In your bag you've already packed?
Yes.
Fellas, let me ask you this. Do you already know what you're wearing on day one of the cabin trip?
As far as shoes go or your whole ensemble?
The whole shebang.
No.
Something like this.
Okay.
I'm one of those people that has a travel outfit, whether it's being on the plane or long car ride.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go with that.
Would you consider a 3-hour car ride a long car ride?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Comfortable.
Isn't it under 3 hours?
It is.
2.5.
But if we stop at Starbucks and Walmart and
Oh my God, I'm so
the package store, and
I'm so excited for this trip.
Remind me when you get here, Ashton, because I'll be waiting.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
I get off of work at 12 o'clock. So it'll be like
12:30.
12:15.
12:15. Oh,
Only
you're
live
going to be up
15
there.
minutes away,
I
yeah.
forgot you're not going to be from
Listen,
home.
Ashton won't follow any of the rules of the road on his way here. He will
Absolutely
be running
not.
stop signs, going 60 and a 40.
Red
He's-
lights.
He's going to be
Yep.
gonna be getting here.
Passing people in school zones.
That's fine.
Yeah.
School's not important anyway.
This is crazy. I can't believe we're 1 week away. We don't have to keep talking about it, but
Listen, one thing I do want to talk about, since we're on the topic of cards, and I want to hear more from Tim about this.
Fine.
The Disney TCG cards that you sent us, I believe there were 6.
yes.
So Disney Expo, is that what you said that those were released
So
at?
yeah, Disney D23 Expo. It's like the E3 of Disney. They show off all their new stuff. And I did not know that they were pumping out product this soon. But I did do some digging and researching for this week's episode last week. I wanted to see what was in the store, and they released 7 cards. 6 of them were in a box set that you got as a set, and then they had the Mickey Mouse one separate as a single card.
Wow.
So I like the artwork. I don't like how expensive they are already.
It's crazy.
They'll go down.
I understand that you have card collectors and Disney collectors clashing, and everybody loves like their classic Disney characters, but the 6 cards are going for $2,000.
Can we talk about the 6 characters that they went with for the 6 cards? It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, it is.
I think that was intended. I'm not a big fan of it, but I mean Captain Hook is cool.
The Stitch one I expected.
I expected Robin Hood.
Really? I
But-
would have never picked Robin Hood.
No,
No.
Ursula was one of them, right?
No.
um,
Maleficent.
Maleficent.
No,
Cruella de Vil.
DeVille. That's who I'm thinking about. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'm not the biggest fan of the artwork.
No.
No. No, not really.
What kind of vibe does it give you? Like the artwork?
Like it's a childhood game. A very the bottom of the card is kind of reminiscent of kind of Magic in a way.
I think they're trying to.
It's original artwork. That's what I like about it. It's not pulled out of the movie,
Right.
you know.
So Elsa's a weird one
Elsa's weird,
that I was not expecting.
but I'm not surprised by it. You can tell that's something they would push.
Yeah.
They would want to get Elsa in there somehow.
So
Frozen's one of their biggest freaking movies ever.
I think the card art is cool itself, but I think the whole card itself is boring and
yeah.
plain.
Yeah, they could have done better with it. What I like most about it so far is the artwork is all cohesive with each other. They're not
Do we like
one's animated, one's hand drawn. Like it's all looks like it's pulled out of the same universe.
what do we think about the Mickey Mouse card?
That I can't get
I haven't seen the Mickey Mouse card.
I sent you guys a picture.
Yeah, I love the Mickey Mouse card.
Here.
I think that's the best card, obviously.
So they did the 6 set of the characters, and then they did Mickey Mouse as a single card, and you can get it signed by one of the artists at D23. Which, out of all of them, Mickey makes sense, obviously, because
Yes.
it's Disney.
Right.
And honestly, Mickey's probably the coolest one. I like the outfit he's in,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but the card's going for $400.
They have like what it looks like 3-card blisters, I guess is what they released there.
At the expo?
Yeah. $40 on eBay. So I guess there's some type of sealed product they sold there too.
So if this is anything representing the future of the game, we need to invest day one on the original first edition product.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to invest in those first 6 cards and the Mickey card.
No.
That's a hard pass for me. But I do agree that not even just for investment purposes, I'm going to be into this. I really think I am. Get a couple boosters maybe, keep some sealed. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
I think it's going to be hot. I don't think it's going to be one of those things where it's hot and then it goes all the way down. I think it's just going to stay hot because it's Disney. And
Exactly.
everybody loves and would want to collect their
Exactly.
childhood characters that they grew up with.
Yeah.
I mean, if they make different variants of like all the different characters and then they make chase versions, like forget about it.
Jersey cards.
Yeah. Like imagine if they made like a expansion for different things and they made like a nightmare
Right.
before Christmas expansion with like all the different
Or
characters,
Halloween
or-
themed
yeah.
or Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, that's the danger of it. There's so many avenues they can take.
And
with
they have
this.
so many licenses, like for everything they can just use and throw out.
I mean, one of the cards is selling for $450. The Robin Hood one alone, you
Yeah.
can. I mean,
I
that-
mean, you if the set of 6 is selling for 2,000 and someone has all 6 and they want to sell everyone separate, you're probably gonna get more money selling them separate than selling it as a set.
Yeah.
Another thing is they're throwing first edition stamps on them.
Are they?
The cards they gave out at the expo says D23 Expo first edition on the bottom. Those will be Holy Grail cards.
Yep.
And I'll even throw this out there. Buying a single card at $400 and getting it graded, I think is a healthy investment.
As long as it's not destroyed on the back
What do you mean on the back?
of the card. Because I bet you people are buying those.
Have you seen the design of the back of the
No,
cards?
I haven't.
I wish I could show you, fellas. Whew. It's Apple TV isn't on. Look at the back design. I mean, it doesn't have a Disney logo on it. It's got this cool design. I mean, I wouldn't buy it at $450, but people who have that kind of money to buy those cards up. I mean, think about it. Even if this is the MetaZoo formula. If the set tanks, these first edition promos are going to be grails. If the set takes off, they're going to be grails. You know, it's like you're buying in at a first edition Charizard right now.
I do call all these new things though the MetaZoo effect, because MetaZoo was like one of the first things to have the first edition stamp and
Mhm.
explode. Because after that there was like 3 or 4 TCGs that Akora, D Spirits.
I'm gonna text you this link so you can look at it.
There was a couple other ones, but there was a lot of like new TCGs that came out this year that did the exact same thing as MetaZoo did with the green K for the Kickstarter box, and they put it right on the front. And
Yeah.
I don't know if Disney won't have to do that because they don't need a Kickstarter campaign.
No.
But-
No, they don't. 6-card set, first edition sealed, $3,000 or best offer.
I do like the backs of those.
I really do. I like that it's not the typical D for Disney. You
Right.
know, they kind of came up with their own logo.
And they had to. If they just put like something generic on the back, it
Mhm.
wouldn't have. Like, what if they put like the Mickey Mouse logo like that they use for everything?
That Captain Hook art is actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see his eyes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm very intrigued. I'm interested to see where this set goes. Lorcana, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna keep up with this. Keep up with the news. I'm gonna when
Disney
they come out.
has stated though they're making it for playability, not for resale.
Collectability.
So, yeah, they're doing it for actual people wanting to play, but who knows how that's actually going to go.
And again, at the end of the day, if you're buying in with the first set they've ever come out with, first
Yeah.
edition, even if you buy up as much as you can see, it's a safe bet.
I think this is probably one of the safer things you can do over Pokemon even these days. Magic, MetaZoo, like this is bigger than just cards. This is like,
It's Disney.
yeah,
I
it's big regardless of if it fails or not. Because you have Disney collectors, you have
Right.
people will buy one card specific that they love because of a show they watched growing up or a movie.
Nostalgia is
Yeah.
the most expensive thing you
Yeah.
can pay for.
And Disney has all the nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
It'll do good
Yeah.
regardless.
Like we talked about with the Legos last week, like the Disney Castle is like the safest bet because it's Disney, you know. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm like, I wish I can see more artwork of like what the set's gonna look like. I hate that they kind of just put out the 6 cards and then that was it. They're building hype though. It's dangerous.
$3,000, yeah, I'd say that's hype.
Yeah. Yeah.
$500 a card. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, a Mickey sold for 200, 180, 204, 150.
It's actually not a bad price for that.
That's what I was about to say.
I think 180 is, yeah.
I may throw in some bids. 130.
He's going to text us in the
120.
morning, say you put 2 bids in for 2 different
That he
things.
forgot about.
And
And
he
won
forgot.
both of them. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool,
That-
though.
I think that Mickey,
Yeah.
that's a first ed Charizard. That Mickey promo card.
And it's not like a generic Mickey. It's in one of the cool outfits
Mhm.
with the sword. It's cool.
I'm going to be watching a few. Don't be surprised.
It's an investment.
It really, and oh man, that's so freaking cool. It really is. I mean, I think it's really cool that they're doing that.
And listen, how mad could your wife really get if it's
Disney.
a Disney?
She doesn't listen to this. She don't know.
Yeah, she don't know.
No one listens to
We've got to
this.
be well into 3 hours at this point.
310.
It does not feel like that.
You got nowhere to be. But thank God it's Friday night this time. I was listening back and I remember I was saying something like it's Thursday night. I have to go to work tomorrow. I'm so glad we're doing this on Friday now.
You were the only one that had to go?
Yeah. Tim was leaving town. Ashton works from home. I was the only one.
Did you go?
I don't remember.
Yeah, he did.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did, Tim. Come on. I keep opening up apps on accident.
Those were the days when I was employed.
Yeah, how does it feel to be unemployed for the first time
I
in
don't
a
wanna talk
long
about it.
time?
I don't want to talk about it.
Really? How
Fellas,
does it feel?
I'm going to enjoy this weekend of unemployment.
There you are. I better see you on Sunday or Saturday.
I have
You got nowhere to be. You have no work.
I have one thing to show you guys that I just
Did we talk about purchases already for the week?
Mm-hmm.
we did.
I have 2 that I can't tell you guys about yet.
I don't want to get back on sneaker talk, but I do want to show you a sneaker that comes out at the beginning of next year in February.
Did you send it to us?
Yeah.
Do I need to look up my
gonna
phone?
like this.
Oh, no. Wow. Yeah. I like them.
It's a black and white high.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go for them because you can tell they're going to be made of money, but we'll see.
Okay. That's all I wanted to He's not too excited.
I sold my pandas.
That was a dunk. This is a high.
What's the
Jordan
difference?
1. What's the difference?
No, I know. I know.
Why
I
can't
know.
you tell us about 2 purchases you made?
Because I don't want to talk about it right
Side
now.
note, the Yankees won 5-4 again, just like last night.
No home run, huh?
No home run. We
Oh,
got 3.
5-4 again. Wow.
Yeah, we got 3 more nights of no more home runs.
That's so stupid.
We
I
don't
don't
have to
wanna-
get back into this.
Yeah, I don't
no.
want to get back into that. That just drives me nuts.
But they did win, so that's good.
Let me ask you something, Tim.
Go for
I
it.
was thinking about this week, and this may get us down a rabbit hole. We don't have to get into this. In the beginning of kind of us knowing each other, all 3 of us combined, me and Tim moved from Jersey at a certain point. At about 4th grade, we were in maybe 5th grade. We were all in band class at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and you played trumpet.
Mm-hmm.
Ashton played saxophone. Why are you shaking your head?
My man, this was not 4th and 5th grade. I was in the 7th grade when I started playing saxophone. So
Wait,
you would have
wait.
been in the 6th grade.
Okay, I apologize. Same era. You're right. So, me and Ashton have talked about this a couple times where we play music now, and we use a lot of that knowledge, I guess you can call it knowledge, of learning music theory from when we were kids in that class specifically. When you left it, you didn't really keep music. You didn't really play any instruments. You didn't really keep up with it. Were you ever really like considering it as like, I'm really into music, I like playing music? Or were you doing it
No.
because you didn't want to sing?
Exactly. It was either band or chorus.
Do you think you retained any of that? Because hypothetically,
So-
you can probably read sheet music, not fluently, but you can get by.
I still have notes memorized on the trumpet in different patterns.
You remember the C scale?
I remember
Because I
different-
remember that.
Like, yeah, I remember different ones, but I don't know if I would be able to read sheet music. No.
Really? I'm sure you can get
He
by.
would. It's like a bicycle.
Yeah.
It would come back to you.
Like the measures of the rest.
the fact that you still remember the fingerings, you would be able to do it.
I mean, I can picture on like different notes going up and down
Yep.
the scale.
Yep.
But I wouldn't be able to tell you what note it is. But I could tell you.
You could. I think you could.
I could tell you what fingers I would have to press down for that note.
See, I couldn't do that.
Probably.
You think you can do that? Really?
Yeah.
I think if I picked up the trumpet, I could play through the C scale for memory. But other
Did
than
I
that,
play the trumpet longer than you?
you
Or
played another year, I think. Because I left. Did you play in 9th grade?
Yes.
Yeah. So I left in 8th grade. That's when I stopped. So you played a year longer than me.
Wait,
Maybe 2 years.
Tim came a year later than we did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
10th, 11th, 12th.
He held out.
I didn't hold out. But. Yeah, I played trumpet till I left.
So you played for 3 years.
I had 2 trumpets.
He had a matte black trumpet.
Yeah.
Did.
Trumpet was cool though. I'm not mad that I played the trumpet. It
Yeah,
was
I'm
pretty
not
cool.
either.
It was pretty cool.
Now I'm glad. I'm glad we did that. I never knew it was going to set up where I'm at in life now, you know? But I've always thought of that, how me and Ashton kind of, and again, it probably like depended on the trajectory of our interests and stuff, but we picked up a guitar and took a lot of that with us. You didn't really do music after that.
No, I don't even remember what our choices were in Creekside.
We didn't really, I didn't think we had to do an elective, right? And People's, it was choir or band. It
Mhm.
was like no matter what, you pick one of those two.
Right.
Yeah, probably.
I was always intrigued by that because that's kind of the root of how all three of us became friends, I think.
I did like our band teacher though. What was his name?
Matthews?
Matthews?
Yeah.
He was the best out of any of them, I
He
think.
was cool.
He was really cool.
Yeah, but
It-
everybody played.
If you think about it, though, 3 years of an instrument, even if it was in middle school, you learn a lot about music and about that instrument specifically. I mean, we played at concerts. We traveled to those, whatever they called them, where we went once a year.
Fine arts competition.
That's
my
it.
man.
Fine arts competition. And like we played on like stages, you know?
Yep.
It's weird to think about sometimes we did
Man.
that.
You just unlocked memories that I forgot that I had. I remember all of those now. Yeah. Yeah, we got on buses and went to campuses somewhere and competed against other schools.
I remember walking the campuses. I couldn't tell you where they were, what they were called, but I visualize it.
Ooh.
Didn't we do didn't we do 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade?
6th through 8th, I did.
Okay, so I did do 4 years.
You did 4 years, and he's a year over us.
Yeah. But I didn't I don't remember. I don't really care.
I didn't do 9th grade. I did 7th and 8th grade.
Oh, what'd you do after that?
9th grade, I didn't do anything.
You got out of it?
That was when I started playing guitar.
I did do piano also for a year.
With McGrath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think you can remember where those fine arts places are?
Remember where they are? No.
Where we went? No. I don't remember anything about them.
No? I remember the
Do you?
buildings we were in. I don't remember the specific
No,
place.
I can visualize
I
them.
remember
Yeah.
the theater that we played in, now that you said that. And I remember being backstage and
dressed in our white shirts with black ties.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How wild. I forgot all about those.
We would have to sit through every other fine arts program
Mhm.
until we had to go to ours, and we would have to watch other people do like poems and
Yeah.
readings and
Because it wasn't just music.
yeah,
There
it
was a
wasn't
spelling
just
bee,
meeting-
too.
Spelling
Was it
bees,
really?
Yeah. Had to
Wow.
sit through everything until we got to our thing.
Yeah. You remember when we learned how to play Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
That was one of the songs we did.
Don't have to remind me. I remember how to play it.
Do you
Did
still have
you?
your saxophone?
D, D, F sharp, G,
I'm sure
D,
he does.
D.
You remember the notes?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that at all. Wow. You still have your saxophone?
It's in the garage.
Yeah, he does.
Could you pick it up
Oh, yeah.
and put some
I
notes on?
I can still toot. Yeah.
Can toot.
Do you ever practice?
No.
To practice for what? What would he be practicing for?
Different things he played.
You're nuts. We could throw it in GarageBand, maybe put it on the intro song.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. And playing at the football games? You remember that?
Yeah.
I hated that. I hated every second of that.
You?
Yeah. Because that was the moment where I realized I was a band geek and my brother was the football star.
Mm.
And I was the dork that was playing for him in the stands.
Mm.
I hated that moment. Never liked it. Hate it. That's all I got to
Some
say about it.
hatred going on
Not
over
hatred,
there.
just, I mean, yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Yeah.
I like band.
No, I liked band. I loved it. I did. The only part I didn't like about it was playing in the stands.
Yeah.
Cause he was, you remember me, I was this skinny, still am, skinny, scrawny kid in middle school, and my brother was like this jacked football player.
Mm.
So whenever we were playing there, I would be like in the back of my head, I'm like, someone's looking at me and being like, hey, you see that stupid kid playing trumpet? His brother's that guy that just scored the touchdown. You know?
Right.
I didn't like being compared. I was always compared to him.
Yeah, but that's always how it goes
I know.
when you're in the school with somebody.
And I never minded it until I was playing at the football games. There was something about it I didn't like.
Was it because you were really tiny and skinny and he was...
100%. Exactly what I just said. Yeah. I didn't like it.
Wasn't he quarterback?
No.
He wasn't quarterback.
I don't even know what he was. I don't know.
Yeah, that's because we always played football on the sidelines while
Exactly.
they played.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was our highlight.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was always curious about that with band. I think about that band class a lot. Every time we're on stage, especially. Because we read sheet music now sometimes at the church. And I just always think of it. It's weird how you can start something that young and not realize it's going to influence a big part of your life, 10 years later, 15 years later. It's pretty cool.
Good for you guys for following through.
Thanks, man. Well, dude, we're coming up on 3.5 hours.
Yeah. I say we end this and get ready for next Friday.
What's happening? We got to get through another 4 days of work, though.
Once this ends, or 5 days for some of us.
4.5.
4.5.
You're not working on Sunday. Stop.
I'm gonna work.
You're not working on Sunday. We're going to see you at Dan's house.
Next podcast we do is not here.
No, it's not. What's funny about it is that all the 3 people that are listening to the podcast do not care at all about the cabin, but the fact that we're so excited and keep talking about it, it's going to be great. You just don't get it. All right, guys. So should we wrap up this week? Anything awesome happened to you guys that you want to talk about? Anything specific?
Been pretty dull this week, honestly.
Dull? It's not what you want to hear. You had nothing good happen to you?
Not to me, no. I've been knocking out Christmas gifts though. I have 4 knocked out already.
Hey, who'd you buy for? Let's talk about it. Besides Jake.
Jake, Hannah, Jasmine. And I have a gift lined up from my dad, but I'm not gonna say anything else.
Yeah, you'll know he'll listen to this.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Did you do any? You did a Christmas shopping, right?
I did. Just I gotta tell you, I had a blast Tuesday night with you and Zach.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. I had a good closing chapter of my 3.5 years at the job I was at. So that was good. And you know what? I had some really good Chinese food today.
When you were supposed to be working.
I was definitely working.
Did you go to Rock and Roll Sushi?
No.
That's fine. Is that like a...
Chinese food, man.
Yeah, it's close enough.
No.
Is it not?
It's definitely different.
Okay. I don't know any better. I don't eat any of it.
Your loss.
I know. Yeah, Tuesday night was pretty awesome. It felt good getting together with Zach again, and it felt cool because you can tell he needed that kind of night. He had a real rough day at work, and it was nice seeing him get to cut loose for a couple hours.
The man's a father of 2.
That he is.
What'd you guys do Tuesday night?
Wheel of Fortune.
We played Wheel of Fortune.
As he laughs and pushes his mic away.
Had some
You
drinks
jealous?
and hung out on the back porch
Mm-hmm.
where a rabbit jumped up and hung out with us for a little bit. And then Jesse went and got stalks of celery and threw it at the rabbit, and the rabbit ran off and never came back.
I didn't throw it at it. I threw it in the vicinity thinking he'd find it eventually. But the second I let the celery leave my fingers, the man took off. We never saw him again. But he was sitting there for 10 minutes just absorbing what was happening. It was great. And then I ruined it.
He was probably absorbing the drunkenness.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit. It was a little bit of it. But yeah, that was fun. I like having those kind of nights. You can just play a game that is not like a intense game. It's just Wheel of Fortune, man. It was fun. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm happy we're doing this. We're going to wrap up.
Wrap it up.
We're going to wrap up episode 5. I'm assuming the outro music is about to start.
The outro music should be starting right about now, which I'm excited to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say, Jess, we did a good job on it.
I like it. I hope the people like it. I hope Tim likes it.
Yep. We went through several iterations, and I think we landed in a good spot. Yes, Tim.
Side note, I think we should listen to this episode on the way to the mountains.
We'll talk to you guys later.